Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. He said it. Welcome back to the podcast that never sleeps. I'm Cameron. With me always is the funny and very knowledgeable Jared. Ladies and gentlemen, what up, boy?
Yes. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So we got a fun episode planned.
We're going to show you something.
On this show. You're proud of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel good about it, unless you want to start over.
No, yeah, let's start over. Hey, guys, welcome back to the podcast. Never Sleeps.
Hey-o.
So, Jared, you want to tell the ladies and gentlemen what this episode is about?
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about probably one of the most important people in history, especially our history and this timeline I don't know how much time it has left, but this guy's really important. Nikola Tesla. Boom.
Well done.
And if you didn't know it, the guy made the sickest weapons ever. Think of Howard Stark meets Howard Stark. Boom.
Think of Howard Stark meets Howard Stern. He had the gift of gab,
No,
baby.
he didn't. Yeah, opposite. No.
No, very introverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not OCD, all kinds of rituals. But the guy made the craziest weapons, stuff that we probably have now, 100 years later, that we would never talk about. That's how ahead of his time he was, and we're going to talk about some of these inventions. I'm going to show them to you.
I just sent you a video
It's
about...
going to get sick.
Yeah, dude. He invented the radio. Who knows? We'll talk about it. But he invented the radio. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I know. I'm well aware of his radio exploits,
Yeah.
Cameron.
Thank you very much. And we're also going to be breaking down
Now,
and discussing and ranking the greatest
Tesla movies.
Nikola Tesla. No, the greatest Zack Snyder films
Yes!
ever put to celluloid.
He's one of my faves.
Dude, he's
Everything he makes
he's
is
divisive.
good.
Some people love him, some people hate him, some people love to hate him.
I want to know those people that hate him. I don't want to know them on a regular basis. And
You want to know who
them.
they are so you
I-
could send them evil
no,
packages
just
in
so
the mail.
I just you just want to know sometimes, so you could be like, oh, I know,
Oh yeah, just be like, you're one of them,
Yeah.
so I know to stay away.
I know.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna talk movies, it's not gonna be with you.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm gonna avoid you. Thank you, D Livevar. Tina Zarega in the chat, killing the game. Happy Turkey Day. Thank you so much, D. And he likes my shirt.
wear shirts.
And the shirt has fuck your shirt. And the shirt has double meaning, dude. So that's even cool. But you ready to jump in, Jared? You ready to start this damn show off?
Are
right?
we ready to get electrified?
Is that a yes?
This show's
So
lightning.
man, I got my disappointed face on. You like the end of Loki season 2?
Yeah.
Him with the green time. It sounds like something I would make up. It really does. But it's real.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Went on and wrote in the comments. I was gonna say that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods.
Oh yeah.
How fun does this show look? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. But
Yeah.
so lots of fun. How fun. You have me barking in there. It's just such fun.
Yeah, and if you don't know the reference, geez Louise, what could they be talking about?
No, literally, it makes you want to go watch every episode. So
Agreed.
we're gonna get to the Zach Snyder stuff near the end.
Okay.
But Nikola Tesla, we've all heard his name
Now.
mostly because
Yeah.
because of the company Tesla, created by Elon
Truly.
Musk.
Yeah.
Yes, Truly is a very big company. They
Yeah.
make those.
Started by Tesla,
Yeah,
1800s. No,
they made those.
none of
those-
that's accurate. But seriously,
What are they called? Sparkling? What are they?
I don't-
Ciders or something. Not cider.
Drink.
Anyway, it's Truly's, but neither here nor there. Talk to me, Tesla. What's up?
How annoying is that?
what?
That it took someone naming this car after him for anyone to really take notice of a person who, in your life, every day, you use an invention of his.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about AC electricity, which runs the whole Western civilization. I'm talking about everyday use items in your house. From the moment you wake up to when you go to bed, you're using inventions of this man. And we don't even hear his name in school.
No.
When you grow up. Now you might.
Hey, Jared, you ever heard of Thomas Edison?
Yeah, of course.
course
Oh,
you have.
he's, the father of electricity. Like, how
Oh, wow.
annoying
How
is
frustrating.
that?
Yeah, you ever heard of what's his
Marconi?
Marconi?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Invented the
Invented the radio?
radio.
Or
Whoa.
did he? Or
No.
did he fight to the end of time, his life?
Yeah.
For the patent, saying, no, I invented that like a lifetime ago.
And he only
bro."
did that because he was so. I have a quote from Tesla, and this will kind of sum up his existence, and which is actually a really sad existence for a guy who was so brilliant.
Here's the quote. Go for it.
I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. That is such a quote.
You got to be a gangster
Think of that.
to say that.
Exactly.
I don't care that you stole my.
But this is because everyone stole his ideas. And he foresaw everything. All of the technology we now
Like
take
what?
for granted.
Throw one out there.
We'll start with the internet.
What?
He knew the internet was he would have built it had he had
the technology
Yeah,
back
and he
then.
probably could have gotten there. Actually, he was looking for funding into this project. He was going to send picture, video, and information wirelessly around the world. And this is the early
internet.
And I'm sure DARPA, when they built the internet, based it off of this idea.
Wasn't it Al Gore who built the internet?
Not to my recollection. Yeah, why do people say that? Did he really say...
I don't know. It's been a meme from the beginning of time.
I know that. But I don't remember when he says, like, does he say, like, I built the internet?
I don't think he's ever said it. I think it's
He had to have
attributed
said
to
it.
him. I think it's attributed to him for some reason.
Make fun of him for that.
Just like people say Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, like just misinformation. Just kidding.
Misinformation.
Just kidding.
It's weird that you're a patent clerk and you come up with the best idea ever.
Yeah,
Let's be real. There is something strange
There's
about
something
that.
to
But
it.
we know he's a brilliant genius because he showed us several times over, like live in person.
What was I about to look up?
I don't know.
Why is Al Gore?
Oh,
Why do
did he
people
ever say he invented the internet? I didn't want to start with the internet thing, but yeah, just to throw something out there, he foresaw the internet. He knew that that was on the horizon because of work he was doing, and I'm talking late 1800s to turn of the century. He knew. Oh, this could help us do this. This could help us.
So Al Gore is a United States politician who served successfully in the House of Representatives, the Senate, and as the vice president from 1993 to 2001. In the 1980s and 1990s, he promoted legislation that funded an expansion of the DARPANET, but there's no D.
Yeah, but it was DARPANET originally because DARPA created it.
DARPA, allowing greater public access
Yeah.
and helping to develop the internet. So that's where that comes from.
So he
You're
pushed
welcome.
it to be public, and thankfully,
God, the amount of shit people learn on this freaking show. It's
we
amazing.
just
You're
used the
welcome.
internet to talk about how the internet was given to us.
You're
as
welcome.
people. But DARPA had it like 30 years before we did. That's wild. And Nikola Tesla was going to build it 70 years before that. That's
Dude, he's a beast.
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
do you have any of Tesla's background? Can we talk a little bit about his upbringing, or do we have any of that?
So,
or do you want? We're talking about his weapons.
I was thinking I could go into like he was born.
They could look that up on the
and
internet.
he had
It'll take them a
brother
2-minute
that
Google
passed
search.
when he was young. And
Weak. You're right.
I
Forget
wanted
that.
to get into the meat of it, but there is something interesting about his early life. And
Okay.
So I had to call this out.
What's up, Chase?
On the night that he was born, there was an insane thunder and lightning storm, right? And so he was born under
wow.
this
He's the
crazy
son of lightning.
lightning storm, almost as if fate was telling us who this child was going to be.
The true father of
master
electricity. Yes.
Some people even called him Tesla, the stormborn, breaker of chains, mother of dragons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, shut the front door. There's no way any of this is real. And then once you started getting into direct Game of Thrones,
Mother of
references-
dragons. Tesla, mother of dragons.
Dude, what about, we were just before the show, we were
Yeah.
talking about Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
And when he lifts up Sabretooth's
Oh,
head,
that's
he's like,
great, yeah.
I have your queen,
Yeah.
Furiosa.
yeah.
So good.
Genius. And I love that he already made like a joke about IP infringement with that
Yeah.
specific film. And then he actually does lines out of the movie. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, but how crazy. So he's born under this lightning storm, and there's a woman who tells
Mother of
the
dragons.
mother, this is a bad omen. This child is going to be like evil or something. She goes, no, he's going to be light. And we know his history with electricity.
That's so cool, because guess what? When I was born, my mom was like, oh, that was a horrible labor. She didn't say like, there is the boy that will create.
Yeah, he will be light.
Yeah, he will be light. He will be
Cameron, the
he will
storm will-
open the heavens and the clouds will part. Yeah, my mom didn't say that. She said, "Oh, thank God that's out of here."
Yeah. Well,
I guess I'll
imagine.
feed it.
It's just, I mean, by the time the baby's ready to come out, you just want it out.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine.
there's feces everywhere. There's blood.
I just mean like carrying it around.
I know what you mean.
So much. Yeah, you wanted to get weird and gross. Let's throw up a picture of Nikola Tesla, because if you didn't learn about him in school and you only know about the car, let's show you what he looks like.
And where are the pictures of me doing cool shit like this? Where are the pictures of me pontificating?
Yeah, you have to do it for someone to film it.
Dude, I ponder. I'm very ponderous. I
Yeah.
pontificate quite a bit.
That's true. I'm brooding. I'll stare off into the sunset.
Okay. Well, where are
about
your brooding
things.
pictures?
There's tons.
Oh, you do have thousands. The black and white ones
They're
are my
all
favorite.
stamp burn after reading, so
Oh,
most
damn.
of them are gone.
Yeah. What a foolish.
I don't know why I did this.
Very stupid practice.
Anyway.
Okay, Nikola Tesla. So he and I take similar photos. Go on.
So I wanted to show this next picture, go down to this next picture. Talk about being born in a lightning storm. I mean, his career, his inventions. Look at this guy. He's sitting there under his Tesla coil, which we'll get to.
And actually, I remember I heard a behind the scenes about this, and he was like, "Take the fucking picture! Take the picture!"
Dude, he was so obsessed with electricity that he found it to be more efficient than soap and water. He would use high voltage electricity, but at certain wavelengths that weren't damaging to you, so they wouldn't burn you or electrocute you, but to kill germs off of your body. And it was more efficient. He was like, we shouldn't use soap and water. We should stand on a metal plate and electrocute yourself with 2,000
I was born
volts.
in a storm, so I really got to lean into this. This is how I bathe. Look, this is how I shower. Yeah.
That's what he thought.
He really leaned into his little moniker there. Huh?
Over 300 patents, this guy.
Over 300 patents?
In 35 countries. This guy's
So, Jared, how
monster.
many patents do you have?
at least 35. I've got none.
I have none either.
But it's not like I haven't had great ideas. Let me just say, I don't know how to patent something, or I would.
Very simple process.
I mean, you could mail it to
costs
yourself.
like $60 or something. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, see. No.
See, now, yeah, you're not
much.
talking my language here.
That's too much. I'm an ideas guy. I
You fun,
and then we need
I'll
someone
give
else.
you. Yeah, you pay the 60. I'll give you the goods.
But
baby.
you want the ideas? I'm right here.
All right, ready? Hit me with.
You got to pay. I'm not going to give them away. Like I said, you got to pay for the ideas.
Give us one of your worst ones.
Nope, because they're all so freaking good.
Okay.
I could.
Well, then, but this time-stamped day.
Yeah.
On November 26th, 2024.
I don't trust
at
that.
6:28 p.m. Pacific time. People will know this is your invention.
Okay, I'm gonna read you his life story, and then we're gonna find out how
Then
rock solid
we'll come
that
back
is.
around. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
We'll see how rock solid
We'll
what
see.
you're
Okay.
saying is. So what is he famous for? Electricity alternating current. There was that big
AC.
war, AC versus DC. I have a cool graphic.
I have a cool graphic. Hold on.
He goes to
I
work.
have a cool.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, go on.
Yeah. I'll throw the picture up there. He and Thomas Edison went to war over what was more efficient. Alternating current was more efficient over longer distances, and it was safer. But Thomas Edison was like, direct current was like my thing.
Sorry, okay.
And he worked for Edison. So Edison was like, well, I want...
Where'd you find this picture?
I just was like, AC versus DC.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a cool one.
Yeah. You know,
I like the
pretty much your shirt, but with
Alternating
the
current.
two guys.
Yeah, alternating current.
And I had talked in previous episodes about him lighting the World's Fair in Chicago, lighting the World's Fair. Edison invented the light bulb, but that's pretty much it. Even direct current, he took credit for it, but it wasn't actually his. He took other principles and other people's ideas, a lot of Tesla's ideas, and then he would have his interns finish the work and patent this stuff.
So what do you? How did he?
He was not much of an inventor at all.
Edison.
At all. Yeah, no. He was very good at playing the game with the investors, and he was smart enough to put his name on everything.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How did Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla even come to cross each other's paths?
Nikola Tesla is a promising up-and-coming engineer. He's working with electricity, high voltage. The guy's he's a great ideas man, right? And he's an
ideas guy.
He meets a guy that works for Edison.
He needs the money guy.
Via academia. Yeah. While he's in school, he meets a guy who knows a guy. He works for Edison. He sees what Tesla's capable of, and so he goes to work for this guy who works under Edison. After Edison sees what he's doing and what he's working on and what he's capable of,
this guy's got
he
the
goes,
goods.
why don't you work directly for me? And then
Directly current for me.
I'm gonna take all of these ideas. Then they went to war over this idea of what was better, AC or DC. Tesla separates and starts his own company
The nerdiest
with
war.
the AC. Power.
Alternating current is no direct current.
Dude, but this was some sick shit. Like, what's his name? Edison would try and prove AC was dangerous by like killing animals with it and all kinds of.
Oh, he went above and beyond.
And be like, oh, see what? But you know what he did patent was the electric chair. He took credit and patented and sold the electric chair. So that's something that Edison gave us. So thank you, Edison, for that.
For giving us,
But when I plug something into a
terrible
wall,
way.
I don't remember the last time I plugged something into a DC wall. So AC obviously won, and that's what we use, and
Or
it is
Marvel.
better over long distances, and that's what we needed. He invented the transformer. We needed a way to take large amounts of energy, store them somewhere, transfer them different places all around the country, and that's how we got our power grid. It still runs off of Tesla's design. Amazing. And it's amazing we're still using this old shit.
I know. That's what's amazing.
Because Tesla moved on from this. He was like, "Oh,
that
this
was
is,
old,
this
old
is like
garb
my first
by
go."
his, yeah. So there's the experimental try. Now
Exactly.
let's get the goods going.
Okay, so like wires and stuff, and like it's so archaic,
Rudimentary, yeah.
So this was my first try. Now I'm going to get into some cool stuff. So let's talk about a couple other fun inventions on the road to where we're talking about.
To the penult, to the ultimate.
to some cool stuff. He invented drones. He invented the first remote controlled anything, right? And it was a boat. And you can show that picture. That was it right there. He demonstrated this in 1898. And what the ultimate goal of this would be was to put like a bomb on it and send it out remote control and bomb ships. And, you know, because this is post World War I. Era is when he's kind of coming up with these ideas, and he tries to sell this to the military. They're like, "Oh, this is way too hard to figure out. We're not gonna."
I gotta steer it and put a bomb in it.
Like,
the easiest shit in the world.
But it would have saved how many lives if we were using drones for the last 100 years instead of soldiers? He came up with drones. Come on, it's 1898. It's frustrating.
That's insane.
When did we just start using drones like as a public?
Like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I think the war in Iraq and Afghanistan was what drove like the Predator drone technology and
drones.
innovation in that sector.
Yeah, 100%.
But this guy was trying to tell us to do it 100 years ago. He's like, "Oh, guys, like, why are we sending troops in?"
Yeah.
His goal was to always be in harmony with the earth. And he believed if you were, that the earth or the universe would give you what you needed to solve almost any problem. And he was right about that. And he would use, that's why he studied electricity and waves and all of these different mediums because he was like, this is all from the universe. And if we harness them the right way, it'll answer all of our problems.
Sounds like,
and he wanted to end war.
Sounds like someone else we know. Another civilization, perhaps, who wanted to be in harmony with the world, and that's how they created brilliant technology.
Yeah, a lot of this
was this man a student of them, perhaps?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about the Egyptians.
Yeah, exactly. Let me land this plane.
Yeah. Now that I've spun it around the runway for a couple hours, let me land right here. All right.
Fun stuff.
By the way, D. Levar said in the chat, is Jared in a gorilla costume? Let's see the t-shirt, Jay. It sort of does from this angle, especially. It looks like you're gonna put the hood on and you have like a
I have a
gorilla
Bigfoot.
costume.
We're gonna do like a total Bigfoot sighting later for views. Yeah. Did you see that show where the Bigfoot showed up? He was talking about Tesla.
Yeah. You see that show where they're rating Zack Snyder movies and talking about Tesla
with
then Bigfoot?
Yeah. That's our shtick.
And I'm okay. And I'm not going to watch that. I have zero interest. Thank you. Move along.
Seriously, that would be my reaction.
Yeah.
Like, this is the dumbest idea. Yeah.
You see, they talked about Tesla weapons and then Zach Snyder, the guy calling him Zach Snyder for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was about.
I
I didn't even will ask. But we're going to do a lot of pictures because I wanted to back up a lot of the stuff that he worked on.
We need to see it. It's very visual.
Radar. He invented radar. He was like, hey, guys, actually, we could probably use microwaves to detect ships out in the ocean and get an early warning system on attack.
What a genius. I never would have thought of that.
Yep.
I'm being frank.
We're still talking like the 1800s here. This guy's coming up with radar. It wasn't implemented by the military until the 30s, like mid 30s. But he came up with it. Yeah.
Nikola Tesla's plan to keep wireless thumb on ships at sea.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a name for it. They called it a wireless thumb.
They didn't know how to do it. It was his idea, his invention.
What am I missing with wireless thumb?
Like keeping your thumb on it, but wirelessly. So we're going to be able to know where ships are wirelessly. Whoa,
Wireless
what a concept.
thumb. Got it.
And it was radar. His plan was to use microwave technology. And you know what else he invented? The first microwave telescope. He was a pioneer in that. So
A microwave telescope.
I don't have a picture of a microwave
It's
telescope.
all right, but how funny the microwave telescope. Honey, look at that star over there. Just burns it. Yeah, look at those birds.
Well, no, that's what we do. That's how we use. That's how we monitor the universe before we started sending probes out there. We would use these big microwave satellite
Probes.
dishes.
How did we get probes?
Yeah.
Sounds like drones. Sounds like Nikola Tesla.
All this stuff, dude. Like I said, everything that we have now, we can thank Nikola Tesla for.
But I was so focused on driving that drone point home that I missed what you said. What'd you say?
I was talking about radio.
You said that's
the first radio telescope.
You said that is how microwave telescopes work.
It is, yeah.
Is what?
And that's how we study the universe. Is they would use those big microwave dishes to send signals out to. That's what those are. Those big dishes that we used to study the universe with before we sent probes out. Yeah. You remember those? Of
course.
Like in
Contact.
First Class, where he moves that huge dish.
Or the cover of Contact.
That was a microwave telescope. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So he was playing with microwave. So imagine when he was doing it. He invented the radio in like 1892 before Marconi. He did actually
1892, Tesla created the
radio.
Radio too.
He did patent it, and what's funny is later when the Nobel Prize was the Nobel Prize committee recognized him for creating the radio.
Marconi for creating it.
No, Tesla. But 2 years later, they recognized Marconi for creating it. So when Nikola Tesla did actually end up winning the Nobel Prize, but he had to split it with somebody else.
Dude, how unfair.
He didn't even show up, so they gave it to a third party. Neither person wanted it. They're like, we're not splitting this.
Marconi?
And
Tesla?
you guys took this credit away from me.
Jim, come here.
Yeah, like whoever wants it at this point, we're just going to give it. But yeah, he invented the radio about 13 years before Marconi did, and I have a picture of that. The proof of this.
Let's see it.
So how do we know it? When Tesla was broke and needed money, he finally started to fight back. He never fought back ever, but when he needed to, and he was always broke because he put all of his own money into these inventions. The Supreme Court awarded him that the patent did belong to him originally, and that he was the inventor of the radio. But
Sick.
they did.
How old is he?
Oh, he was dead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hella dope, dude.
So he never got to see.
Hell
that he
yeah,
got
guys.
credit for
Hell
it.
yeah, guys.
I know, it's so sad.
Oh man, good for you. Oh, you did. Oh, cool. You
Imagine
recognize
you're
him.
like
Dope,
waiting
dope,
for this check. Like, okay, soon they're gonna recognize the patent, and then this judgment will come in, and then maybe I'll get a few bucks, and I can finish working on this amazing thing here.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, too late. You wait till I was dead. Thanks, guys. That's fun.
A couple of jerks.
In 1887, he invented the AC induction motor. That's the motor that's in your vacuum. That's the motor that's in your blender. That's the motor that's in your Tesla that you drive. Is this induction motor?
How'd you know I drove a Tesla?
I mean anybody's Tesla. They run on these on this same motor that he invented in the 1800s, dude. This is
so far just in my home alone, he's created my
everything.
Microwave.
Yeah, no. He did play with microwave technology. Yeah, he invented a microwave telescope.
I was gonna say my microwave telescope that I don't have, or that I sold.
Yeah.
My vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that works.
My all the things in my home that use radio signals.
Yeah,
including my Wi-Fi router uses radio signals. The
power we're using right now to power this entire show.
Oh yeah, the power here.
Yeah, and even the technology that gets
and
the power
internet.
Here. Was
that
his idea.
we're streaming from.
Yeah, and he predicted that. People thought he was crazy. They're like, "Come on."
He's like, and what are they going to do?
Pictures wirelessly.
Yeah, damn it. I was going to say, what are they going to do? Share pictures with each other wirelessly?
That's what he said. He goes, and he actually knew how to do it. He was like, there's a way to do it. And I'm working on something that can send power wirelessly, guys. Like this is, if I can send power, I can send data.
So cool. What are you going to have? A picture of your own face and like your top 6 friends or whatever. You fucking nerd. What when you go to it, it's gonna play your favorite
No
song.
one knows
dude.
what you're talking about with top
MySpace,
6. Yeah, that's nobody got that
Is
reference.
it? I don't even remember if it's top
It was top
6.
8.
Top 8. What an odd number. Top 8. Top 9. I like.
He was an odd guy. The Facebook.
Tom.
Is that his name?
Oh, Facebook. I'm talking about MySpace.
I know. Oh yeah, Tom was the MySpace
Tom
guy.
was MySpace.
But the other guy was freaking weirdo, huh?
Oh, Mark the Zuckman.
Interesting guy.
He's a weird.
I
guy.
love that movie, Social Network.
Social Network's great.
It's
dude, but you know what?
perfection.
I wanted Zuck to get, and I wanted Saffron to win everything.
He did. He won, dude. He must have. It was an undisclosed amount, but it was shares. I guarantee.
Also, he won in life because he got to be played by Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
How dope.
He got to be Spider-Man.
They're like
the guy that plays
oh,
Spider-Man.
Who's close?
Is,
yeah, who's close? I don't know. Let's get Andrew Garfield to play you. It's like okay.
What about me?
I win.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Aw.
What about you?
Yeah.
What about me? Who's playing me?
We could find somebody that just here. Well, I don't know if he might own this platform too, so we'll just
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah, he could get us killed.
In 1898, he invented. Which name should I give it?
Can I?
I'll call it what it is. It's an earthquake machine. Okay. It's a freaking earthquake machine. And he successfully tested it in 1898, and it caused an earthquake in New York City. In fact, and what it was frequency and vibration into the earth. And we use this this basic principle now when we build structures and bridges, because certain amounts of vibration, bridges can collapse.
Sure.
So we have to keep this in mind when we build these structures. Before this invention, we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
It wasn't until we realized how much vibration and frequency affected structures.
And cities like San Francisco or like wherever like there's a lot of earthquakes, like they even have the buildings be able to like move to a certain amount.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not just rigid and then the earthquake.
Dude, because sound frequency can demolish a building. When he built this and started that earthquake, he almost killed himself, but he realized that if he cranked this thing up, he felt that he could crack the earth in half. That it had enough power. So you know what he did with it? Took a hammer and smashed the whole thing and destroyed it.
What a guy.
Yeah, but I have a picture of what it looked like. So that's the innards, but check it out. He actually put it on display. He showed us. He goes, hey, check this out.
This is all it was? It was a chess piece?
What he actually called
a bishop?
was a oscillating frequency generator.
And it can only move diagonally. It's a bishop from the chess.
It does kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Like it does kind of look like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, oscillating frequencies. Use that, create vibrations.
So he technically created OF. OnlyFans
oscillating frequencies. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know what OF was. I didn't get the pop
Dude,
reference.
he would have laughed so hard if you did, brother. You would have loved it.
So, like I said, when he invented that radio telescope, he actually picked up a signal from space, and it wasn't random. So back then, there's not all this pollution that we have now because we have so many radio signals, television signals, satellite signals, and Wi-Fi signals all bouncing around, right, in our ionosphere or whatnot. Back then, he's the only game in town. So when he starts getting his signal back, he's like, "Who is that? It's not me." So
if it's not me,
where's that from? So he had hypothesized it had to have been from.
There was for sure
civilization.
no one else that had the technology, right?
No, and
there wasn't some guy near the Swiss Alps who was just like, oh my god, look at this! Here is this machine.
No, and he was picking it up from space, right? And so, what he had theorized is it was an extraterrestrial civilization trying to make contact, and people were like, oh, okay, whatever, you know.
All right, queer.
But this is decades.
Guys, I'm talking to spacemen. All right, queer.
People thought he was nuts on a lot of the stuff he said, but I mean, this is decades before people started seeing.
Guys, I don't worry.
mass
I don't know why this
UFOs.
is his accent. Don't worry. I destroyed my earthquake machine.
Yeah.
But now I'm talking to men in space.
You know what some people think it was? The signal was bouncing off of the Black Knight satellite because that's been in orbit since back then, since way before then. So some people,
BKS, huh?
yeah. So if you're not familiar with the Black Knight satellite, we'll do an episode.
We've been planning on doing.
But
an
yeah,
episode
there's something that orbits Earth that we didn't put up there, and it's been
been there for a long
time. Yeah. like if a civilization like ours ever did exist on this planet, that's who would have put it there. And their remnants is so far gone that we don't even know they exist. The one thing that would keep us, that would, keep their memory alive would be this one orbital piece of technology.
Which is still there.
So he could have
world.
gotten a signal back from the Black Knight satellite or extraterrestrials, or
satellite.
picked up a radio signal from, space
From
Nobody knows.
from a planet.
I trust him to tell me what he thinks it is, and I like because he's a brilliant genius who invented the technology
for years.
Yeah. No, he told me yesterday, bro.
Oh, buddy.
He invented the X-ray machine, so we have X-rays. Thank you. If you ever get hurt and have an X-ray done, guess what? Tesla invented that. So thank you. He was able to. He came up with an idea for capturing brain waves and brain activity, so that you'd be able to
MRI
see
machine?
people's thoughts. No, like actual brain waves.
Oh, what?
And we know AI has recently accomplished this.
We have a video
talked
about it
on a previous episode.
We sure did.
They just accomplished this. He was going to build this machine. The problem he always had was
Yeah, what is-
funding.
I was gonna say, why didn't he build?
Nobody-
If he had all these great ideas, what happened?
And so, so funding was always a problem for him, and he
Isn't it
always
always?
needed more. And the technology of his time is limiting. He's
Very
inventing the parts to run this stuff, right? It's not like he can go out there and say, "Oh, I just need a few of these."
He can't go to Lowe's and
I
be
need the
like,
transistors.
"Where's the aisle for the transistors?"
Right, none of that stuff. So you've got to not only manufacture your own parts, it's all trial and error, and you're a pioneer in technology.
So he needs to be a brilliant inventor.
yeah.
He needs to be an engineer of some kind.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
He needs to be understand like physics. Mm-hmm. He needs to be a all around genius.
yeah.
all around dope cat.
Yeah. Be able to handcraft and specify. And, I mean, the guy had so many cool theories about mathematics and astronomy and physics. And so, yes, he was an all-around science renaissance man.
He was a Renaissance man.
So I think that's interesting. I know you've heard before that Tesla said that the key to the universe was energy, frequency, and vibration. You've heard that quote?
Of course I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's a famous quote of his, that if you can understand energy, frequency, and vibration, you could unlock the keys to the universe, which makes so much sense. And you were talking about the pyramids earlier, harnessing energy through vibration and frequency is exactly what the Great Pyramid supposedly was meant to do. Yeah. And so he decided to harness this power himself. He also said that the key to unlocking the universe lied within the three numbers, 3, 6, and 9. And then he never expounded on that. Yeah, so we don't know what he meant by this. And
on his deathbed, by the way, the key to the universe.
Yeah, it's always on the
3, 6,
deathbed. Yeah. Hold on real quick. Everything is possible. 3, 6, and 9.
No. Because he has to say like so many filler words. If I must leave you with one thing, let it be this.
You're so brilliant. I mean, you have so many ideas that we're still
You're
working
so
on.
big. It's Glengarry.
Yeah.
It was always 160.
Oh man, nobody even saw that.
Nobody
movie.
knows what
That's
movies.
such a good movie. Payback. So
Nobody, few have seen
no one's
Glengarry
gonna know
Glen Ross.
that reference from that line.
It was always
it's just
100.
me. You got the one guy in here that knows that reference.
Yeah.
But he said 3, 6, and 9 were the keys to the universe. And if you go online and search YouTube for 3, 6, and 9 Tesla, there's thousands of videos of people trying to figure out and tell you how 3, 6, and I'm like,
or you're gonna get yin yang twin lyrics. 3,
Yeah.
6, 9, ain't you fine?
Yep. But specific to this, you would get, there's mathematicians have been working on this ever since he said it. But to me, claiming that you understand what he meant by that, it's like playing the beginning of Fair Elise and saying I'm Beethoven. Like, no, you have no idea what he meant by this.
Yeah.
And you're playing a couple notes, buddy. This guy was a symphony. Like he saw it all.
This guy
the big
was a
picture.
symphony.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why when I was born, why did my mother say that? She didn't say that he is light.
This kid is
He's
symphony.
a symphony.
Yeah.
She just said,
okay.
let's name him Jordan. That's what she said.
And then later it was changed.
yeah.
Yeah.
In this voice, but it still was going.
What a
on.
day. Yeah. She was still so exhausted
All right.
and over the experience.
Yeah.
So we
him
keep talking about electricity and energy and what was his next step. So plugging stuff in, that was just the beginning for him. He was going to, through telecommunications money from JP Morgan, he was going to invent wireless electricity. That wasn't the goal. The goal was telecommunications. But he had built what was called Wardenclyffe Tower. And
Of course, we've spoke about
Wardenclyffe Tower. I mean, the goal behind this thing, and this is what's going to bring us to the weapons. We've already talked about an earthquake machine, devastating. We talked about the first drone, devastating. In the 1800s, you had drones.
Dude, could you imagine?
That's it.
Could you imagine how the world wars would have turned out?
That's it. Yeah, everyone loses. Whoever has the drones
if we
wins.
have drones,
Yeah.
Whoever has the drones wins.
Yeah, and that's true today. Drones, you win.
Yeah. Still,
sorry.
Still, you're
screwed.
By the way, there's a Shane Gillis bit, and it's so perfect. But it reminds me of this when he's like, "369, damn, she fine." When he's talking about, he's like watching the videos of like the military fighting the like Taliban and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I hate to say it, but I relate more to the Taliban guys. He's like, you have the elite, like, going in, cover your six, and then you got the guys in slippers firing a rifle. Their whole bodies move when they fire. He's like they'll shoot a rocket, it'll go the wrong way. Like, they'll throw a grenade and it'll actually go off, and they'll be like, oh shit,
yeah,
oh man, like they're surprised it actually worked out.
Yeah, it's
He's
all like
I relate to those
era
guys.
Weapons, that have been like buried underground for 20 years.
Russian AKs that hardly work still, and they're just like
crazy stuff.
The whole body just moved. That was great. His feet were like moving off the ground.
That's a good one. That's a funny joke.
So funny, but whoever has the drones wins.
Yeah. So already these are some of the deadliest weapons of today. He invented 100 years ago. So now let's get to Wardenclyffe Tower. This is the beginning of what would be his deadliest invention ever. So let's show a picture of that.
Yeah.
So what it would do is it would harness power through the natural medium, and then he could send electricity wirelessly for miles. He could
harness power what?
Through the natural medium. That's
Can
what
you fucking speak English?
So what he believed that the natural vibration of the earth, and this thing has like pole that runs deep into the ground, and aquifer. It's built over an aquifer, just like what else? The Great Pyramid. Exactly. That the vibration and the frequency of the water and the earth itself generates electricity, and you just needed a way to harness it. And that's what he started building. And by doing that, he was able to send through the tower to the top of the tower, just like the top of the pyramid, electricity for miles. His goal was to send it across the Atlantic and light up Paris with this thing from Colorado. Like, it's like crazy stuff that, but he could have done it, but he could do it.
Where is that?
It's from
Yeah, what is that?
It's the sanity of the plan is of no consequence because he can do it.
Hold on, the what of the what is the what no consequence?
The sanity of the plan is of no consequence. Why is that? Because he can do it.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's Captain America, first Avenger. Yeah, they capture his top scientist. Remember? And he's like, he's going to destroy the world or whatever. And he's like, that's insane, don't you? He goes, the sanity of the plan is of no consequence. Why? Because he can do it.
Oh, when they're talking to Arnim Zola.
Yeah. Zola says it. But he could do it. He said he had perfected this technology. When he showed it to JP Morgan and explained what it was, JP Morgan famously tells him, famously now, it took 100 years for us to know this story too. But he famously told him,
Tesla's
if I can't put a meter on it, it's worthless to me. So you're talking about a guy who owns railroads and copper mines.
Yeah.
You're telling him you're going to get rid of the need for copper and you don't need to transport steel across railroads anymore to build the power grid. It's all free, baby.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, thanks,
Tommy. I got the best idea.
Right, and think about the industries you're going to kill.
Why didn't you go to anyone else? Why didn't you go to anyone else for money?
Major financier. This
go
was the
to
guy who,
anyone else though.
Well, you can't. He owns it. JP Morgan owns this. He funded it. You can't go to anyone else. You have to go to him. And he was supposed to be building wireless telecommunications.
Yeah, because I'm sure Edison wouldn't have gone to anyone else if he invented it.
Guess who got the plans for this after JP Morgan said no?
Thomas Edison.
Damn right he did.
No way.
It's so dirty, isn't it? So not only does he give the plans to Edison, and they never build it, because we know why, he goes to all the other big financiers.
He never builds it because it would destroy
the
all of the industries
that
make billions of dollars.
The steel industry, the copper industry. Yeah. So.
Oh, the world's biggest industry.
Oh yeah, just fossil fuels alone.
That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Game over. You touch the fossil fuel? Nope. We don't want it,
dude. So, even what about when Trump won? Did you see his victory speech?
No. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
We watched it at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, holding hands. That was cute. I remember. So when we're watching it,
You're sitting on my knee.
yeah, like in that picture. Inside joke.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I mean, if you go and look at our channel, there's one picture where there's a picture of me, staring at the camera, and a picture of him staring at the camera.
Yeah.
And when it was edited together, it's just
But it's only supposed to be cut off like here. It's not supposed to go all the way down. For some reason, it didn't get cut off.
Like here, so it looks like I'm just sitting on his lap. And very happy about it. Yes. But so
bizarre.
When I was sitting on your
and
lap,
you won't take it down. I'm like, can we just change this photo? How do we not change this by now?
I said, Jared, it's unchangeable. It's a permanent photo. So
burn after reading.
Yeah,
stamp it.
It's stay after viewing.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
So I'm saying, when I was sitting on your lap and we were watching the Trump
yes,
victory
that's right,
speech,
the victory speech.
Yeah, he said. He said, "And RFK, good guy, great guy, love him. We want him in charge of all things health, and I'm gonna let him run wild, but don't touch our liquid gold."
He said that?
Yeah,
that's great. I wonder why you even brought that up. That's
yeah. He's like,
no need to even say that.
No need.
That's funny.
But I'm not letting him get anywhere near the liquid gold. And everybody knows when I say liquid gold, I mean oil, gasoline.
I don't remember that, but that's
and he literally
hilarious.
even explained. And for those who aren't understanding, liquid gold, I mean gasoline, oil.
We all got it.
Yeah, no, we got it. We know what liquid gold is. They've been saying it for 200 years.
It was even in the theme song of a famous TV show for a long time.
Yeah, the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So 369. So he builds this Wardenclyffe Tower. JP Morgan
Could
finds
you imagine real quick if somebody tuned in like the last minute or two?
It's on the chat. I had to say it. But yes.
But they just see they're like,
it is relevant
sitting
to the
on his
conversation.
lap, and then they're talking about liquid gold.
Oh yeah, if you didn't hear any of the Tesla stuff yet, you'd be like, "What is this?" Yeah,
isn't this Tesla's deadliest weapons? What are we talking? He's sitting on his lap watching the Trump victory speech, talking about liquid gold. Anyway, go on.
So JP Morgan cut funding immediately once he found out what this was for. Then he went to all the big families that had all the money, right? Yeah. All the big, this is Gilded Age, and says, if this guy Tesla comes to you for funding for this project, he might even say it's for something else because he's a sneaky son of a bitch. Give it to him. And now nobody will give him money to finish it.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
There are 50 letters from him to JP Morgan saying, I perfected this technology.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
I can give free energy to the world. I just need a few more dollars.
I literally need 48 cents.
He's broke. His personal fortune is gone. He gave away some of his personal patents to Westinghouse just to keep them afloat when they were doing bad. Guess what? Westinghouse is still around. Where's the Nikola Tesla Arc and Light Company or whatever it's called? Nope. We're not even taught his name in school. Yeah. Westinghouse is still here.
It took a South African coming to America for us to remember about Tesla.
Well, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure he's required reading in other places, but nope, Edison's the guy here.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It took a South African coming to America for us to know who Tesla is, Elon Musk.
Based on the Tesla car. I get what you're saying.
Okay. So Elon Musk is from South Africa.
Thank you. So
liquid gold, I mean gasoline.
So, but let's think of what I'm saying here. He was telling JP Morgan, I perfected it.
Yeah.
I can send energy,
free energy, wirelessly.
Unlimited amounts of free energy. I can power the world.
Arc reactor.
Yeah. So this is something special, right?
Howard, you said he's like Howard Stark?
Yep.
Arc reactor.
Yeah, arc reactor. So, he's totally based on Nikola Tesla, obviously.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Obvious. The connections and the fact that he was building weapons. So we have him building microwave technology, which could be weaponized and is. We have that weaponry today.
You have one in your kitchen right now?
Yeah, but that is weaponry. We have him building drones. We have him building now
an earthquake machine.
The earthquake machine's a good one. And what happened recently? A whistleblower was on a bunch of podcasts like about 8 months ago saying that there is an actual earthquake machine in Antarctica owned by, what was it, Northrop or one of those guys?
Blackwater or some shit.
No, it's like Lockheed or Northrop, one of those guys.
Big contractors.
So he says there's an earthquake.
Did I say Blackwater? I meant Lockheed. You know what I meant. You know what I mean.
So so a lot of this stuff, if we have it today, that he built 100 years ago, we're still not talking about it. We're still keeping it classified because think about the ramifications of a machine he even said that he could use it over the water to create tsunamis. to destroy entire countries, that he was able to do that with the technology of his time that he built. He was like, by the way, I can make tsunamis and we can wipe a country off the map we want.
So check it out.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. And I'm not going to say another thing after this.
Okay.
That's not true. But if you create this, right? So this is the schematics basically, right?
Yeah.
If you know what H, D, G, and F are, then these schematics, you could build this, right? Hypothetically speaking, this could be recreated.
The secret sauce is the right frequencies, right? And the right amount of electricity and the right vibration and keying into the Earth's vibration. So there's a secret sauce there that he has to be a part of this process.
Sure. And didn't he patent this?
Yep.
So wouldn't that be in the patent?
Yes. For the most part.
Yeah. So here's my point: is somebody could recreate this. Mm-hmm. So what's to say that Hurricane Katrina, maybe? Did he say he created hurricanes or just tsunamis? Let's go above and beyond. Let's say he created all of it.
We know HARP is a thing, and people think that's used for weather control, and
people play it on the street. Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
No. So exactly. People. Yeah. Well, even Abu Dhabi creates rain and shit.
Yeah. Weather manipulation's been around for a long time. NATO banned it. They have a law against weather manipulation devices. And earthquake machines. Yeah. Because this was invented.
So here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm saying anything, it's what if they're using this stuff today?
No, I think they do. I think they use all this stuff, and the one we're about to get to, I think they definitely.
But what about the wireless energy, dude?
So what he also found out he could do with the wireless energy was that he could send a large amount of energy, because this thing pulled energy out of the ether.
You could concentrate it
and send it anywhere in the world. He believed he could wipe entire countries off the map.
That's a laser, yeah.
Creating a lightning storm so powerful that some people think the Tunguska incident was Wardenclyffe Tower.
Bless you. Say that again.
To the Tunguska incident. Do you know about this? It happened in
Tunguska?
Where do they send you? Like when you get in trouble, they're like, we're going to send you to the station in this desolate, cold place.
In Russia?
Yeah.
Siberia.
It happened in Siberia.
I love how you got there, but I knew what you meant,
because they always say
at the very beginning.
You'll be on a plane to Siberia in the morning if you screw this up, Thompson.
Yeah, exactly.
There was this big incident where out of nowhere, this lightning storm and all these colors in the sky, and then cracks and trees ripping out of the ground and this huge explosion. Then they think it might have been a meteor explosion in the atmosphere, but it created an aurora borealis for days afterwards.
Did we just solve Daltolov's Pass?
What do you mean?
Daltolov Pass. Remember those Russians who lips were cut off and
but I don't know. I don't think that the same year. I don't. And then this was torn down really soon after JP Morgan cut funding.
Imagine if it was.
But the Tunguska incident did happen while Wardenclyffe was being experimented with, so that could be. Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know Daltolov if that's connected. We'd have to look into it. So
what if it's like the same? Well, it doesn't have to be the same day, but use the machine again, or use the machine,
or someone else
day. That's
uses
what I'm saying.
One maybe. Yeah.
Just like with Hurricane Katrina, man, they rebuilt the thing, dude.
Well, the big breakthrough here is the etheric energy, an unlimited, untapped power source that you could use.
Etheric energy. Yeah. Ethereal.
You're pulling energy from out of the ether.
World.
Right. And we've talked about this on the show many times.
A couple times.
That there is a way to tap into this energy, and that gives you, it gives you as much energy as you need to power whatever it is.
And there's many names for it.
Yeah.
The Akash.
Yeah, that's one of them. 0 point
energy.
That's what the military calls it. So 0 point energy.
The ether.
Same thing. Yeah.
I think it's it, right?
What was the comparison that there's enough energy in an empty cup of water, like a water glass, in an empty glass. There's enough energy in there to
wipe out the entire ocean.
Yeah, to evaporate every ocean on Earth.
Moo 7 with their signature.
Welcome back.
Moo 7. What's up, Moose?
That's my favorite. I love that.
I know.
That's cool.
They wrote a comment on one of the highlights that we released, and they said, "Oh, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Moo 7.
Nice.
Like they sign it. What's up, Moose?
So he's telling JP Morgan, I perfected this wireless energy technology. I can pull energy out of the ether, unlimited amounts of energy, and then I can focus it. So then he decides something starts ramping up around this time. This is in the 1930s. He sees that we're heading towards another great war. Mm-hmm. World War II is coming.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, I'm going to make a
Where's
weapon.
Tesla living at this time?
He's a United States citizen. He is a U.S. citizen
We got him
for
right.
decades up until his death. And he dies about 10 years from from this point in history.
He dies in 10 years?
Yeah,
And
so
you know
in
this?
the 1930s, he's like, I'm going to create a weapon that can end all wars. And he called it the Peace Ray. Well, the press would later dub it the Death Ray.
Yeah.
Of course. Because
That reminds me, Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Ultron
Peace
says...
in our time.
Well, yeah, but Ultron says, people always create the things they hate.
The things that destroy them.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
The things that destroy them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men of peace create machines of weapons of war. Human beings create smaller people,
Yeah,
children.
to supplant them.
That's what they're
But
called.
it's true,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So he built what was called the Death Ray, and I have a newspaper clipping here. So this is
The Death Ray.
early 1930s.
Where is this Death Ray?
Let's grab it there. So this is him talking about this. They call it the Death Ray, the Death Beam. Look at what it says it can do. Let's read this for a second.
Okay.
Powerful enough to destroy 10,000 planes 250 miles away. Just one of these.
10,000 planes.
And an army. So if you had an army on foot or planes or ships from 250 miles away, you could wipe them out.
Defensive weapon only.
Yeah, this was the goal. He was like, if every country has this, it's mutually assured destruction. As far as nuclear goes, and then that's what this would be. So if every country had this on their border, there's no invading any country anymore. Peace. That's what he thought. He really was thinking that this would be the beginning of world peace. He tries to sell this idea to the U.S.
He says, scientist in interview tells of apparatus that he says will kill without trace.
Yeah, because of the way it works.
So it's like War of the Worlds.
So it's a focused energy weapon. So you wouldn't see it coming. What he's doing is he's electrifying subatomic particles. And what he would use would be tungsten particles and focus them using a cyclotron or a particle accelerator. Yeah, particle accelerator to accelerate particles.
Cyclotron.
48 times the speed of sound. And he could get it up to a distance of over 250 miles.
48 times the speed of sound. Hold on. Okay. And then get it up to what?
250 miles away.
Jeez.
But here's the catch.
What?
It requires so much power to use this that the only way it can run is off of this power source that he invented.
Zero-point energy.
Zero-point energy. So he tries to sell it to the U.S.
Oh my God. So everything is like incumbent on this one thing that he needs that he cannot get because JP Morgan's too fucking greedy.
Why do you think he's trying to sell death rays? Because he needs money to finish the good stuff. And he's trying to he wants world peace.
And he's so genius that he's like, okay, let's put a pin in this perfect idea.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
that
let's
can
put a pin
elevate
in
everyone.
that.
Yeah.
Just so we can, and I'll create this other brilliant fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that I can get money for this other genius idea. JL, what's up, baby? There he is.
A particle accelerator that accelerates
Particles?
subatomic particles at 48 times the speed of sound, 250 miles away. Yes, it would. If there was a squad of planes coming, you just wave it across. That's everything's gone.
It's insane.
At the subatomic level, you're just being filled with machine gun bullets. But you're like, wait, what's happening?
It's hell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrific, and it is a death.
So
ray.
it's skies are smooth and no time. That's what it would be.
You would just be looking at the guy next to you, and he would be bleeding from everywhere, and you wouldn't know why. And there'd be holes like all of a sudden you're just losing altitude. What's happening here? Yeah. So this would be the scariest weapon ever.
Yeah.
So he tries to sell it to the U.S., and the U.S. passes on this. They're like, no, I don't think we need it.
Stupid.
Okay. Strange, right?
Yeah.
What? UK, big ally, goes to UK. He says, I think World War II is coming. You guys are going to need this. This will defend your borders. If Germany invades or tries to attack you, you will have the ability to defend yourselves.
No, we got mortars and tanks. We're okay.
While he's in the meeting with the UK the War Department there, their spies go into his hotel room and photograph all the plans of how to build the death ray. And then they tell him, oh, no, thank you. We're going to pass on this. So once again,
what assholes.
Someone's trying to steal this invention from him.
Yeah.
But Tesla's learned after a career of having this done to him, he left out a very important part of the puzzle. So the UK, do they build this death ray?
They try to.
They do. They build the thing to perfect spec, exactly how he says to build it. And then they realize, oh, we need megavolts of electricity for this. Yeah. Where's the pages on the power source? There is none. So the guy, the inventor they hired to build it tells the UK government, I can't power this. There's no way to get that much electricity to power something like this. I built
1.21 megavolts.
Yeah, but we need megavolts of electricity. Yeah. We can't run it without megavolts. We don't have that. We don't have the ability to do it.
Page 10.
Right. What? The only person who knew how to build this
Tesla
was Tesla, and he kept that in his mind. He was the only one that knew the secret sauce to the etheric energy.
Yeah,
which was brilliant on his part.
And then cut to Tesla.
Exactly. Yeah. You guys, I finally learned my lesson. I have a picture of what the death ray looked like. And we can throw that up there. It was right after the picture of the newspaper article.
I'll find it. I'm pretty good.
And then they actually have a model of this thing. It's pretty cool.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Yeah, there's the schematic for it.
Hold on, let's show these people this schematic.
Because he patented this. Yeah. So that was the canon part of the death ray. But again, you need the power source, and what you're doing again is shooting subatomic tungsten particles for 48 times the speed of sound, 250 miles away.
250 miles away.
Yeah. So if you had these lined up across your border, nobody gets to you ever.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hold on. What is this?
Game over.
What is that? A scope on the sight?
Yeah.
There's a giant.
It has iron sights. There's like 250 miles away.
Yeah. Well, can't see shit. Yeah. I can't see 250 miles away. So blind fire.
That's actually a fan, which is what makes it so funny.
That's a fan.
It's just a fan in the back of the room. Yeah, to keep it cool.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, whatever happened with Tesla, and did somebody end up building these weapons successfully? They didn't have his secret sauce, so they couldn't build it back then. Well, in January 1943, Tesla passes away.
Shit.
He dies alone, broke, in a hotel room with nobody or nothing.
Why is that always the case?
And nobody knows his name.
Why are these people always in hotel rooms? All these renowned geniuses of their time.
A very eccentric person.
Yeah, all these renowned geniuses of their time who everybody knows their name today.
Yeah.
But in their time, he was found an alcoholic, drug addict alone in a hotel room. Room.
He lived there, never came out.
Yeah.
That was Tesla.
Yeah.
He didn't like hair.
With a bottle of booze in one hand and his dick in the other.
Like hair bothered him. Like he was like OCD and eccentric. He had to drive like the numbers 369. He had to drive around the block 3 times before he could go inside of a building.
And then,
stuff like that.
And then he had to walk up the stairs 6 times.
Further. Yeah. The older he got. So it got bad.
Turn the light on 9 times.
But when he died, all of his research was in the hotel with him. He had about 80 trunks of everything he'd come up with, from the earthquake machine to the death ray, right? What happens immediately after he dies?
All that shit gets stolen.
The FBI comes in, says, we're seizing all of this because of the Department of Alien Affairs, even though he was an American citizen for
what, sir?
30 years.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Office
Shut
of,
up,
Aliens.
Yeah.
But it was, they were trying to say because he
Here's my badge. Moving along.
But the feds, and all these documents are declassified now. Obama declassified like 13 million documents when he was right before he left office. You remember that big data dump?
Of course, yeah.
CIA, FBI documents, all this stuff.
Yeah.
In those documents show that they did take possession of these 80 trunks, and they had this man look over them. I have a picture of him. So they sent in this man to look over these trunks and say, is there anything of note in here? Is there anything that's worth anything?
This one.
Yeah, this one.
Of this great man.
Yeah.
Remember I did that the whole episode?
Yeah. So
of this great man.
Actually, no, that's the wrong trunk.
I told you it was the fucking one below it. I knew
it's this guy.
John G, I know.
But that's his uncle. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
They called in
of this great man,
President-elect Donald Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, who was actually a professor and an engineer at the time, to look through Tesla's documents and say, is there anything here that we might be spicy?
Yeah.
And we'll, take what we need, and then we'll give the rest back to the family.
We'll burn the rest.
They kept
give it to
it
the
all
family.
For 9 years. The family's asking, can I have my dead family members' personal property
belongings,
back,
please, you monsters.
They're like, oh, hold on here. And remember, this is like World War II era.
Hold on here. We're the Department of Alien, whatever we said before.
Yeah, aliens and such.
Yeah. Is he standing on a Tesla coil?
That'd be great. Yeah. That's the death ray right there.
Yeah.
No, we don't have anything of his.
Yeah. Trying to cover it.
Yeah. Marty, quick.
Yeah. Cover the death ray. Yeah. So Moose Evans said, we're planning World War II. You win when we were talking about obviously World War II.
Yeah.
And then he said that he was a really eccentric guy, Tesla, and that he had pigeons and that he was in love with a pigeon.
It's true. A white one. It would visit him daily. And
I've dealt with pigeons.
He had like a love affair.
I don't want no
with this
pigeons. Then be the girls who get no dubs from
with
me.
this, he believed this same white bird would come to him, and he was in love with it. He loved this bird.
That's how they did Pimp C.
And it's funny in Iron Man 2, what is it that the creator of the arc reactor from Russia really, really wants to do his work? He needs to have his what?
His bird.
I need my bird. Yeah, I need my bird. My white
bird.
It was like a white cockatoo or something. But Tesla, it was a white pigeon. It was like a dove. So how funny. And it would come fly under his window every day.
My bird.
In the hotel, New York, is where he died. But yeah, so the FBI held on to all of his stuff for 9 years. Bastards. And when they finally released it to the family, those 80 trunks became 60. So they didn't even like covertly take things out. It is said that there was microfilm in there of an actual successful test of the death ray. And that was something that they realized, oh my God, he actually did it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who? What country? America?
The FBI found that he had not only built and tested it, but it worked. And there was a microfilm showing it.
Darth Love Pass.
There you go.
Can I fit this into this story?
No, yeah, we could try. Yeah. I mean, we could look into it.
Darth Love Pass.
But I've got a picture of what Tesla looked like when he passed.
Jesus,
the man who gave us everything.
It's a GIF.
No,
when
just
he passed?
just recently.
Oh, around the time before he died. All right, you got to be more clear on this.
So the greatest mind of basically our
the 19th and 19th century.
Yeah, I mean everything that we have, we owe to this man's brain.
To this great man.
And
fuck,
he looks like this when he passed. And
hold on, real quick. He went from
and nothing.
He went from where is it? This great man.
Yeah, the cool guy.
He went from
in
this
the storm. Yeah. Look at that healthy young man.
Look at that healthy son of a bitch.
Yeah, look at this guy. Check it out. Look what I can do.
Look at me. Oh, just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just disinfecting
you guys
myself.
would be afraid? Yeah. This is how I fucking shower. Yeah. Literally.
This is how I shower.
Yeah. And then he went from that great man to this great man. Maybe don't shower with electricity, bro. And you wouldn't look
That's
like
the big takeaway.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
He's like, I had everything stolen from me. I tried to be the good guy. I tried to create weapons that worked, and I tried to help people.
Yeah.
I tried to give free energy for everyone. And now I'm this great man.
And you know why? Because he came up with something so groundbreaking and that would change the power structure.
It would literally
Earth.
Get rid of the need of our biggest industries.
It's true. But that's okay.
Can't have that.
It creates new ones.
Of course it does.
And it elevates everybody. And then we're on to the next thing. If we would have implemented this technology 100 years ago, we would be 100 years ahead of
If
now.
you believe in timelines and dimensions, like every other dimension's like, wait, you guys went with fucking JP Morgan's thing?
Are you guys digging up like dinosaur bones and putting it in cars?
Wait,
like, that's
you
weird.
have cars? Are they still on the ground?
Right, yeah. Oh, rubber tires. Oh, that's interesting.
That's so cute.
That's what you did?
I remember when we did that.
Yeah.
In 1720.
Yeah. That was like that one moron's idea. But then we just used the theoretic energy to fly around.
I just do this.
Exactly right, with my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys went the wrong way.
Yeah.
You have to dig up like fossils.
Well,
and that's your fuel.
Yeah.
That's finite.
What do you guys even call it? We call it fossil fuel.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What? Yeah. Really?
It's not easy to get to. Is
that a joke?
It's expensive.
Yeah. Is there any other dimensions that are similar?
Warm here? Does it feel warm here?
Yeah.
You guys noticing something here? It's just like everything's different here. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Why is the lake so empty?
You guys went the wrong way a lot of ways. There's like all these ways you did everything wrong. Tesla, big hero though, right?
Yeah. Where are all your dinosaurs? They have everything that we don't.
Okay, well.
The whole 1983 World's Fair is weird.
1893. Yeah.
What did I say?
You said 83.
1893. Columbus sailed the oceans 3.
Yeah. The movie's called The Prestige. Yes. Great movie.
Who said what, when, why?
Given Life.
The Tesla in there with Wolverine. He's hilarious. Wait, hold on.
Moose Heaven's got a good question.
What was the movie called that had Tesla in there with Wolverine? Yeah, no, it was The Prestige. And dude, and you show that, and then we can read Moose Heaven's great question, where it shows. I told you all the light bulbs. Yeah. And he just pulls the light bulb out of the ground and it's connected to nothing.
Yeah.
And Andy Serkis is
That's real. He did that.
No, he doesn't talk like that in that movie. No. But he is in the movie, and he's like, but my boss, Hobbit Nikola Tesla's the Hobbits.
That's how they depicted Edison.
Yeah. This is funny.
Precious. Oh, you made that? Give it to me. It's mine now.
Yeah. My patents are precious. Yeah.
Did I say DC? No, I said AC all along.
AC. Anyway, we look insane.
Moose Heaven. You guys. So you guys know abiotic oil theory.
It's so funny you should ask.
No,
no,
I would love for you to explain it though.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it has something to do with what we were saying a minute ago. So that's that Tesla's deadliest weapons. We talked about them. I mean, everything from, and this is 100 years ago, guys, everything from drones, earthquake machines, tsunami machines, to an actual particle beam that could kill you from 250 miles away, and you wouldn't even know what was happening to you. And it could wipe out fleets. But you needed this energy source. And it's almost like he was trying to say, you don't get this unless we do this. And I think a lot of what he built is being used today. And we know that the government held on to all of his files for 9 years and gave back 60% of them. And then if you go on the Freedom of Information Act and look up any of the documents with Tesla's name in it, they're all very heavily redacted. So, he invented some stuff, man. We should all thank him for the life that we have, and for the technology of today.
So again, just name a few things, because I know there's 1.75 billion. Name just a few things that Tesla that we have in our homes that like.
Well, just the AC induction motor, like I said, runs like your blenders and your vacuums and your all those. It runs your car. Your Tesla uses the induction motor still. AC power, being able to watch this show and turn on your TV. Guess what? The remote you turn the TV on with, he invented that. The power that's turning your TV on, he invented that. The idea of watching TV, he invented that. And then when you look up at the sky and you wonder, oh, I could go online right now and look at pictures of the moon and think, he invented that. He invented astronomy from microwave and radio astronomy. He pretty much invented everything that we now think is just advanced technology, but he did it 100 years ago. You know what we still don't have, though, that he invented 100 years ago? Free, unlimited wireless energy. How many people after him have invented this? There's like 9 names.
And they're all dead.
All of them are dead.
Yeah.
And they didn't die of natural causes.
No, and before they died, they all said, if I die for any reason, don't believe it was an accident. 3 days later, horrible accident in
what about
West
the one guy?
Manchester today.
He shot himself in the back of the head twice.
Is the best story. And that's actually what they say.
Yeah,
happened.
They're like, no,
I'm doing it.
Just a hair trigger on that thing. This is crazy.
I had this great idea. Hair trigger on that son of a bitch. I had this great idea. It's going to change the world.
And then the guy that worked for him died the same way.
Yeah.
Well, they both were just sad. They were both very sad individuals. So guys, if anyone out there has the know-how, follow in these footsteps. So think outside the box and don't let people walk all over you and steal your ideas. If you come up with something great,
patent it.
This, don't patent this. Anything else, patent. This, open source. Everything else, patent it, and make sure that you get your credit if you have a great idea. That's all I'll say. That's the takeaway from this. But thank you, Tesla. We owe you a big thank you and a round of applause for everything you've given us and everything that you tried to give us.
Tesla. And Moose Heaven said, that's right.
Moose Heaven's comment was great.
Well, he said, you guys know about the oil thing. And then he said, in brief, endless oil. the Earth just makes more. Okay. Then he said, they're dropping faster than Boeing whistleblowing.
That's great. It's true.
That is so
yeah,
good.
I mean,
All right.
yeah, the survival rate for these industries. Okay.
So I have a question. Mm-hmm. Jared,
Yes.
are you ready to rank Zack Snyder films?
Dude, it's my favorite. He
We're-
makes some of my favorite films ever.
We're ranking
I'm
all
ready.
of the great Zack Snyder films. So Zack Snyder has a catalog of films, and they're all quite good or bad.
God,
I don't
they're
know.
so
He's very divisive. People love him or people hate him.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, but so I think once we'll get into the list, we'll see maybe why he's divisive. All I can think of when you say his name is perfection. Best, great movie after great movie after great movie. If they were like, hey, who do you want to write and who do you want to direct your movie? I would say David S. Goyer and Zack Snyder. Like that would be like my go-to.
Oh, I'd say Jonathan Nolan.
Sure.
To write it?
Yes, of course. The Nolans are the best too. But I'm saying if I had to use Zack Snyder as a director, or S. Goyer as the writer, we've got magic. And they've worked together, actually, multiple times. I think we'll get to a couple of their films. Don't they have more than one together?
They have one.
David S. Goyer's written like 3 of my favorite, like in my top 10. Like he's just so good. But Snyder's got so many of my favorite films.
Goyer would be a good list too. So let's do though.
Yeah.
Let's do. Oh snap! He's ready. All right. So 2 things I
Yeah.
want to say first. First, we're gonna try and go in order best I can remember as the films came out.
Yeah,
the
that's
films
fine.
released.
Okay.
And also, this year, it looks like there's 2 Batman v Supermans. This second one is the Snyder cut.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
All right.
That's his.
That is his.
The other one really isn't his.
The Justice League?
Yeah.
No, it's not. So, Jared, his first, the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah. Come on.
It's a fun movie.
When it comes to zombie films, it is one of the best. It's one of the best zombie movies there is. This is the one with the guy that learns how to use the gun, right? And what's his name?
Ving Rhames.
Yeah. No. It's Vin Rhames, not the actor I'm talking about. No, what's his name? The King of Cats or whatever.
Prince of Cats,
Tybalt.
Tybalt.
Tybalt, yeah. What's the actor?
John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
I had to do the voice.
This is the Leguizamo one, right?
Is Leguizamo
With the
one?
Mentalist? Oh, I might be thinking of a different movie.
Simon Baker?
Yeah, Simon Baker. He's like the badass that they send in. There's like the tower and the cities.
They're in
all
the mall.
protected. Oh, this is the mall
This is the mall one.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. Not like
You're
the other
thinking
one.
about that. Which one are you thinking about?
That the one where they had the big tower and what's his name runs the last like safe city.
Who?
He played King Koopa.
Dennis Hopper?
Yeah, Dennis Hopper.
Your
He runs-
references are crazy, bro.
right? Yeah, because I'm not good with actors' names, but I can tell you what they're in.
So Dawn of the Dead, I think it's a fine movie. It's not like my favorite movie in the world.
No.
I think it's fun. I'll put it in okay.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's fair, right?
That is totally fair.
Yeah.
because it's not even the movie I thought it was.
yeah.
No,
So
the mall
it's his
one's
first
good.
one. Yeah,
The
with Ving
baby thing
Rhames,
is
and
too
they do
much.
some fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah. But no, I say it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting heavy here, buddy.
Okay,
300.
great start. Oh my god.
Okay, so this is a
So
movie
yeah.
that spawned a million, not only Meet the Spartans, like actual parodies,
Yeah.
but spawned so many, the idea of slow and then fast and then moving.
Yeah.
Like he created a
way the action was
way to film action.
It's true.
And the zoom in, zoom out, genius. Genius.
And he did it like page for page.
And no, it's how faithful it is to the comics in its own right is amazing, and that adds to the movie.
The
so
actors, the perfect cast,
but
the way it's filmed, every moment of that film, and like how he not only stayed true to it, but he wanted to show like the Spartan like lifestyle, like he was like,
and not just the Spartan lifestyle, which is dope, but we also got to see the
Persian lifestyle.
Xerxes.
Come join my kingdom. You think you can win? You can't beat my army.
I love how he's like, show me the secret mountain pass, and I can give you anything. So you know there's a secret mountain pass. Oh shit!
Oopsie daisy. Did I do that?
I don't even need you to tell me. This is all for show.
yeah.
Go sleep with the women or not. hunchback guy.
I can make them. Yeah, I can actually make somebody look at you. The hunchback.
Yeah.
That's funny. I love the Leonidas moment where he's like, I hope you live forever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
May you live
so
forever.
good.
Yeah.
What a good line. And then I would just
Well, no, the best. There's so many great lines. It's like so.
how it's being
classic.
narrated is genius. That it's being narrated from the front lines.
Right, the battle, right before battle.
Yeah, this is how he's like firing them up.
Yeah.
Our king Leonidas, and everyone's
Yeah.
like, who? But yeah, it's cool.
But no, there's so many classic lines from he looks at his wife and he's
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do it. This is Sparta. Kicks the
Yeah.
dude down.
Has to get the okay. Yeah.
Why is a woman speaking to a man?
Yeah.
Only Spartan women give birth to real men.
Exactly. Yeah.
But dude,
so many cool
yeah.
moments.
What about the just all the greatest lines? Is the our arrows will block out the sun, then we will
Yeah.
fight in the shade.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Or
The way they show Xerxes as the wolf from the beginning of the
Very
film,
clever,
when he's
yeah.
and you think he's gonna kneel, you're like, no way Leonidas kneels to this clown, right?
Yeah.
Like him dying.
Yeah.
And I love that when he sends that guy, the guy who's narrating off, he
Yeah.
tells him, tell him of our victory here.
I know.
Because he knows that dying is the
it's
victory.
a victory. It'll
Yeah.
cause all of Greece to
and they'll have to
fight
go
them.
to war.
Yeah.
But that look he gives him, like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like you guys are all going to be dead. I'll
Yeah.
never see you again.
Yeah.
But you'll get the death you wanted. Like at the beginning when they first get there, and he's like, somewhere out there in those millions of soldiers, there's someone that can kill me.
Yeah.
And give me a warrior's death.
and they're happy
And
about
he's like
that. Yeah.
excited. That's so freaking cool. Yeah. And the ending, obviously, where he takes the helmet off.
Genius.
His
Genius.
helmet was heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stifling.
Yeah.
The shield threw off his aim. whatever.
Yeah. It's not till
So
the
you
reveal.
think he's kneeling
Yeah.
and fucking taking off his armor, but really he just wants to. If you make a god bleed, then
And then he
people
said, what does he
cease
even
to
says,
believe
like
him.
with the wolf, the enemy savors the meal to come.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's going to give in.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, the helmet was heavy. It narrowed his vision.
Yeah.
His helmet, yeah.
the shield was
shield.
stifling. Yeah, so
Shield
good.
was heavy, yeah, threw off his balance or whatever it is, yeah. But at first it's just him, and this is the intro
Yeah.
coming back at the end. Even the wolf comes back, and the enemy savoring the meal to come.
But also, yeah, even
and it's the throw. And
even that's what they're born and bred for.
Yeah.
And even when he's like, "This is all the men you brought," he's like, "What do you do? I'm a farmer, sir.
Exactly,
What do you do
yeah.
on this? Spartans.
what is
do
your
we-"
occupation?
Dude,
Yeah.
come on, so good.
This
So
is
I
it.
think it's fair, and I think we can agree
It's
that
one of the greatest.
this belongs.
You can watch that movie any day, any time, and just have a great time.
I'd say right under masterpiece, just outstanding.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Okay. Yeah, it's outstanding. It might be a masterpiece.
We can move it maybe later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay right now.
It is,
But holy crap.
It's literally, it's right here.
The
is
only
what
thing that
is.
keeps it
It's
from
right here.
masterpiece is that it is a recreation.
Of
and
a-
that it's
of a
not,
masterpiece.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not his
of the-
own
of the
intellectual
graphic novel.
property. I get it.
By the way, chat, we do want to hear what you have
Yeah.
to say. Please let
but
us
that's
know.
kind of his niche. Like, so it's okay. I don't know. So yeah, let's say outstanding for
Let's
now.
say it for now.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have, dude, the one and only Watchmen. Well, Sucker Punch came out first. I think,
Sucker
right?
Punch came first.
So yeah, Sucker Punch.
Dude.
Now we have the one and only Sucker Punch.
Yeah, this is a good one.
So this is a really fun one. It's all female cast,
Yeah,
right?
and they're all badass. They're so good. The
And-
cast is great.
And it's this woman's break. She has to break from reality.
Yeah, to survive what she's going
and
through.
survive and
Yeah.
endure all this stuff. Oh, they have to grab a key. So now there's this whole thing.
The missions are so cool. The
sick.
zombie army is one of them.
So there's the
Yeah.
they go to what is it like a
There's
medieval
that ninja. Yeah, there's
thing.
the ancient Japan one with
ancient
the giant.
Japan, yeah,
like
samurai, stone
samurais, yep.
samurai shit.
So cool.
Not a Sucker Punch fan. This movie is very divisive. People either love it or hate it. The
Great
visuals
visuals,
are
yeah.
great. There's no arguing that.
Yeah.
But the story leaves some to be desired. Something to be desired.
It's not 300. Yeah,
It's not 300.
I agree.
Also, one could
some
make the
great
argument
scenes.
that a lot of the fight scenes are sort of repetitive, a little redundant. It's girls go and they punch shit and shoot
I know,
shit.
but the different eras of weaponry.
No,
and
dude, like
stuff is
the
so cool.
the Nazis. I don't want to
Yeah,
say the
World
word.
War II.
But they're
is
wearing like the
where
gas
they have
masks.
the
They
different-
look like the Hell gas.
It's so cool, dude.
From what's that game? The Hell gas. You know what I'm talking about.
Remember
Remember that third person shooter or
Oh,
first
I thought you were
person
talking about the what's it? Call of Duty.
Fallout? Oh.
No, I thought you were talking about Call of
zombies?
Duty. Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. What's the one, dude? It's the Hellgast, or like the
Wolfenstein.
no. No, it has nothing to do with World War
okay.
II.
Never mind.
It's future fight. We used to play it, bro. It was a PlayStation exclusive. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They look like the goddamn Hellgast, and they're cool. Sucker Punch. Where are we putting it? Where are we putting it?
Yeah, like I said, it's no 300. The action sequences are the best part.
They're
of the
fun.
movie. Everything else.
Vanessa Hudgens is in it, which makes it already
killed
great.
it.
Yeah,
dude, I did not see
Oscar
her
Isaac
as
is
a
in it.
warrior until
know.
this. I was like, what?
Yeah,
So
I
she
see her
kills it,
as
and and
naked on my bed.
hey, Jesus.
Sorry. Same with Emily Brown.
I would put it in great or okay. Yeah, probably okay.
I'd say
It's better than okay though.
I'd say it's better than Dawn of the Dead, probably.
is.
So let's put it as great.
Okay. It's hard to say it's great. Yeah, dude, if it's on, I'll watch it. I'm not looking for it. I'll say that.
How
Some
about
of these
this?
movies I'm looking for.
How about this?
Yeah.
What if we don't do the it's great, it's okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many there are.
Well, some of these might tie up. Let's see. Let's go through. I think this is okay. This is a good ranking.
I don't think okay, but I like it not tying up. But okay. So next we have let's do this. Owls.
And maybe they won't tie up.
Owls. I've never seen Owls. I don't care to see Owls.
Oh yeah, no, this movie.
What is it called?
The Forgotten Film of
Yeah,
Zack Snyder.
the legend of who cares? Nobody saw this.
Yeah, no, none. I remember a trailer maybe. So no. Yeah, sorry.
Moose Seven said Sucker Punch is disappointing narratively.
Yes.
And Wolfenstein, yes,
Agreed.
that's GL. That's a good guess.
yeah.
But it's dude, the Hellgast. It sounds like Fallout, the game. Like it's called Fallout.
Fallout
it's called,
was so good.
so good.
The show, did you watch it?
No, I didn't. No,
Dude,
I
it's
didn't.
already so good.
I know you love
It's
it.
on such a roll. And the actress that they have for it is the same from that other show.
Yeah, who is that?
She's so good, dude.
Who is that?
I don't know any names.
But no, what other show?
Well, it's another show concurrently with this one that just came out. She plays that. She's like super angry and she gets pushed around, so she becomes a serial killer. It's like Dexter, but a female version. She's so good in it. But as
Dexter.
this badass Fallout character, she pulls it off. She's the main character.
Yeah, I
who
know.
leaves the shelter
The
to
vault,
go out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
She slays it.
Anyway,
she's
I don't
pretty.
know.
She's got like these big cartoon eyes.
I know the actress. I know how
Oh,
she
okay.
looks. Yeah, I just don't know what other show you're talking about that she's in.
Yeah, it's
I know
like
the brown-haired girl. Yeah,
the story of Betsy or something. It's something silly. It's
story of
yeah.
Betsy sounds.
I think
yeah,
that's it,
probably
actually.
about
That's
right.
probably
Yeah. It sounds terrible enough to be correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so next Watchmen. I mean,
Yeah.
is there even an argument? It's a fucking masterpiece. Watchmen
is it
is a
better than
masterpiece.
300?
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
it is.
It is. It's better than 300.
It is.
Yep.
So
There's just the moments, dude, when they finally
Dude.
get to throw the costumes back on and beat the prisoners up in
okay,
the jail.
so that's great. Yes.
The looks on their faces like this. We've been dying
Why?
inside
Yeah.
for
Why
years.
did we stop doing this? That
Exactly.
stupid registration action,
Yeah.
like, which is perfect, very Civil War esque. But dude, so let's name some characters in this. Some of the greatest
Gather
characters ever,
round,
based on,
people.
and Alan Moore based them on other characters from DC and stuff.
I'm going to do it behind you while you talk about it. And admit that the waters around you have grown. And the soundtrack is
Well,
insane.
all I gotta say
Yeah.
is that intro.
I know. All the different things that
Times
they've done.
they are a changing.
And it shows like
the guy punching him out, and they're all.
the heroes that went crazy, the
Yeah.
heroes that became villains, the heroes that we
It
still
shows
have.
how all of the Minutemen died.
And it's weird that what's his name is there through the whole time.
Manhattan.
No, because he comes later. He
comes later.
The psycho, the guy that the assassin.
Oh, comedian.
Comedian never. He's on every team. The guy's 100 years old and he's still punching people through walls,
Yeah.
punching brick walls
Dude,
and stuff. He's
he is.
He's my favorite.
And it's
actor,
Jeffrey
too.
Dean
Yeah.
fucking Morgan, bro.
Little pig, little pig,
Little pig, let me in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his voice.
yeah. He's so.
Oh,
good.
Rick.
Even in that lawyer show. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
No, forget the lawyer. Better Call Saul. I don't know.
No, the wife, the good wife.
Oh,
He's in The Good Wife as the private investigator. He's so good, dude.
Cool, bro. But what about
The Good Wife?
The Good Wife. Yeah, The Good Wife.
Just because you didn't watch it, you don't know.
Because I'm a grown man.
Dude,
Why
there's
would I
like
watch
40
The Good
seasons
Wife?
for a reason. It's like saying,
Yeah, same with Grey's Anatomy.
ew. No.
Exactly.
No.
There's 40 seasons of Grey's
actually
fucking
good.
Anatomy.
It's actually good because they kept all the original cast members for the most part.
Anyway,
it's pretty good.
You've lost all credibility. This is the end of this
I'm
list.
not a Grey's Anatomy watcher.
Okay,
My
I don't-
fiance is, so I don't want to talk shit on
what's
it.
his
It's her
name?
favorite show. It's Grey's Anatomy.
What's his
So,
name? Anyway, so
it's good.
It's not. Watchmen. So that beginning. How
the
does the
intro-
song go?
Come gather round, people,
Wherever you are. Ah.
Rome. Admit that the waters around you have grown, and that sooner or later you'll be drenched to the bone.
I don't know
Yeah.
the lyrics, but still,
As the
I can remember
times they are
a good Billy, a good what's his name? Good for me, dude.
Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Jesus, but he's the best.
Yeah.
And that song's so good.
No, that was such a great idea for the intro, but dude, through
Genius.
the whole movie, they're
And
just
dude,
throwing
how
these
it
hits.
changes history.
Yeah.
It shows like the flower child and she puts it in the gun, but the gun fires.
Yeah.
It shows
That's cool.
Them knock out the people who killed Batman's parents. But
He was on the grassy knoll, the comedian.
Comedian's on a
Yeah.
grassy knoll and he still has a cigar.
I know.
He's putting the rifle away. Dude, there's so many like clever little things that they threw in there.
Yeah.
That like
This
alter
alternate
history.
history, yeah.
Like Sally Jupiter being on the planes. She's basically the what's it called?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The girl with the
Yeah.
who does the thing.
Arm and Hammer, yeah.
No, but the girl, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about with the red bandana.
Betsy Johnson is the right name. That was the clothing brand that like used that style.
You said Arm and Hammer. I don't know.
Arm and Hammer was the arm, but you're talking about that logo.
The girl, the
I know
girl
what you're talking about, yeah,
smiling
with
with the red bandana and the blue denim,
yeah, they changed history and used the characters.
and they
It's-
use like
it's really
Sally
cool.
Jupiter. Very cool. Anyway, and
Yeah.
there's like porn comics of her and stuff. Super cool.
And she keeps them like because she's that character.
She would.
Yeah.
Rosie the Riveter. What is that?
Thank you. That's who you're talking about. It's from World
Oh,
War
Rosie.
II.
Yeah. Is it the Riveter?
Yeah, it was because they were building like the planes and stuff when everyone was
Anyway,
fighting
I
at
love
the
it.
war.
So
yeah.
dope. And just the alternate history. And then, bro, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
His whole, because in the comics, because they said this movie could not be done on film. Or I'm sorry, they said this graphic novel could never be made into a film.
Dude, yeah, the mask was so cool how they did that with
What?
Rorschach.
Oh, no, that was genius.
So cool,
That was genius. But dude, the Dr. Manhattan story, it's
Yeah.
so cool because he sees time as non-linear.
Right.
Showing him telling the story of him getting his powers.
Yeah.
And it cuts to from that telling that story to when he
Great
first
actor.
met to when he first what's his name?
Don't ask me.
I know, why'd you do that to me? He plays Russell from
He's
Almost
one of my
Famous.
favorites, dude. He's in some killer movies.
He has a weird last name.
yeah.
I'm so close, hold on. That's what she said.
I wouldn't be stuck on that though.
I know, I hate
But-
when I get stuck on shit.
But yeah, it's dude.
Well, tell me one of your favorite
ending
scenes.
is brilliant.
But just how it goes, and it shows. So it shows him like grabbing the watch and or forgetting the watch and then doing the thing where he turns
Yeah.
into that from that accelerator.
How he
Whatever.
gets
and
disconnected,
then from how he
though.
first meets his girl.
Yeah.
To how he first meets Jupiter,
Yeah.
his daughter. Oh man, it's just so good.
Yeah, they tell
to
the
him on the
story
moon.
right.
And dude, and then the end where
Yeah.
he realizes Ozymandias is like, oh, okay, yeah, he probably
Starting
did
to
right.
lose touch, Doc.
But he did lose touch.
Yeah, he's not.
And
human
what's
anymore.
the thing that brought him back was he's like this terrible incident of
Yeah.
the comedian doing that to your mom.
Yeah,
And all these things that had to line up to make you.
yeah.
He's like, so humans aren't insignificant.
No,
The
yeah.
world isn't insignificant. All these little things had to line up. The man that your mother hated.
Yeah.
And now that's the man that you hated is your father. And that
Right.
made you the beautiful human being that you are. And that's why I'll go back and help you
Yeah, that's
fight
cool.
on Ozymandias.
Yeah, because he was ready to just be like,
Oh, he totally gave up.
I'll
He
just go-
moved. He moved to the sun.
Yeah, he's like, I'll just live in
there's no more
space.
giving up than moving to the
Yeah.
sun. Yeah,
And
Or
he
to
has
the
like
moon.
clones of himself down there.
Yeah, he moved to the moon.
It's like when Stark has like the robots, like greet
yeah.
pots at the door.
Pepper, yeah, but no, he moved to the moon. That's right. Because
Yeah.
but he said
Mars, I thought, and then built that huge.
the Mars. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just couldn't picture it. Yeah, he moved to Mars. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
detached he was.
Yeah.
But the greatest is when he's talking to Adrian Veidt, and he's like Ozymandias at the end. He's like, I've walked the surface of the sun.
Yeah.
I've seen events so small and minuscule.
Yeah.
You could hardly even say they occurred.
Yeah, that's
and he
cool.
said, and you thought you can use the accelerator thing to get rid of me.
Yeah.
He's like, Osterman, got through that. You think that would affect me,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
And
That's cool.
he's like, no, I'm just stalling, baby.
Yeah.
Because I actually sent that shit off like 10 minutes ago. You guys can't even stop it. Yeah, so good.
And then they agree. Yeah, this is the only way to stop it. Yeah.
But Rorschach,
Blame it on me.
who's steadfast in his beliefs, is like, no,
Yeah.
he did something wrong, so he must pay.
I love that about him.
Yeah, end of story.
And that he still never took off his mask, and he would always be in every scene, like watching the other heroes and seeing what they're doing.
Yep.
And he was
Yep.
always at the scene. And I love it. Oh, a setup. How could I fall for this?
Yeah.
Like, he's so good.
Dude, it's great because he's this 1940s
For sure.
serial
Fedora
like
thing. Yeah, the whole thing.
character in this world, in this alternate 1980s where he
Yeah.
doesn't belong at
It's
all.
cool.
And then Night Owl is Batman if he were to not have the values he has and where
Right.
he hangs up the cowl.
Yeah.
And
It's cool.
It's so cool. And then Sally Jupiter.
When he lands out of the thing, they do the visuals are great.
Oh,
again.
the owl
Yeah.
ship is great.
So
and it's
cool.
so faithful to the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk about this movie all
I know
year
you
long.
could, yeah. So
It's
I
good.
agree, yeah,
It's so good.
it's
Watchmen. Comedian, again, the greatest actor of all time. A tier, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Masterpiece for
It's
sure.
a masterpiece.
It's
a
just
great
so
film.
good. Yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
But I think we might argue about this next one because I will fight to the death for this film.
So the next one actually is
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Yep.
I say it's great.
Dude. Okay, if you're gonna make a freaking Superman movie,
Okay, talk to
there
me.
is no better way to do it than what they did, and there's no better Superman. They casted Henry Cavill is Superman.
He is the perfect
He's
Superman.
Superman.
Yes, sir.
Is it? There is no other.
So real quick,
Yeah.
you say masterpiece?
Yeah, I think so. It's a comic book.
I say great
character
to outstanding.
that
Here's what I'll say, and then you can make your argument.
Yeah.
The things I really enjoy,
yeah.
I like seeing Krypton. We've never got to see a Krypton like that.
Dude,
That's so cool.
with Russell Crowe.
And Russell Crowe's the greatest. He's such a
How he shows up on the
actor.
ship, his consciousness, like his AI, and it has like he can answer questions and
yeah.
things. And
Yep.
can
Oh, no.
you feel his pain? I am going to take, I'm going to kill your son and take all of the DNA of all of Krypton.
Michael Shannon
from
as,
his dead, from his bones. Yeah, he's trying to he's talking to an AI, but he's so worked up. But the whole idea of it, the way the villains fight, and the way they show them adapting, because he had his whole life to adapt to Earth. They show up and they're trying to figure it out, and so he's got that little bit of an edge on them at first. And the Lois Lane relationship is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he's just going around this mysterious stranger and saving people, trying to find out what he should be doing. And I mean, he has all of this power.
And you have the two ideologies of the fathers.
Yeah, the dad is-
The one is we're sending you. You can be their
Yeah.
savior. You can be the hero. You could be the example. That
Exactly.
set
Yeah.
the example.
One day they'll stand with you in the sunlight,
Yeah.
Cal.
And then Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
dad, he's like, maybe they're not ready for you.
To the moment where he could save him, and he tells him don't, because then everyone would see
I
his
know,
powers.
but
and he
I
has
don't
to
like that
watch him
scene
go.
because he could have just been like, "Oh shit! Oh, I got you, Dad," and run back like he doesn't have to zoom over there.
No, dude, no.
I get it. I get
works.
it.
No,
I get it.
and
I
the
think they
dad-
could have made it work a little better.
No, that's it. That was perfect. It's no.
But he
It's-
could have
you
been like,
to hold back.
"Oh,
the bullies.
man."
Did they hurt you? You know they can't hurt me.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And then that moment where at the end where he's like, I wish Dad would have saw what I became, and she's like, don't worry, he did. And then it flashes back to him as a kid, and the red shirt gets stuck to his back, and he's running, and it's like a cape, and he stands there with the dog, and he does the stance, and the dad's like working on the car, and he's looking at him, and he realizes what he's going to become one day. And so to do that as a flashback at the end of the film, then you also have what we find out later to be Martian Manhunter as the general,
Which
There's
we
that-
don't find out until a
we don't
movie
find
we'll
that out.
get to.
But the interrogation scene where they
Has
have
a
him in there,
whole new meaning
and he
when you know
stands
that.
up and he goes, "Listen, General," and he's looking through the glass. Everyone backs up that he can see them, but the general doesn't even flinch.
Nope.
because
We don't know why at first.
and
Yeah.
Superman can see what he really is too. So it's
So
like,
they're looking at each other. Oh, two aliens.
exactly,
What's up, big dog?
yeah.
How
So
you doing?
He's
okay.
not giving up
That's
his
what's what.
secret. Yeah, but he
Yeah.
could, and he doesn't call him out. And I love like he breaks the drone and the general because he's fearless of Superman.
Dude, what just walks up? Everyone else is
Are you
1,000 miles
stupid?
back. Yeah.
like calling Superman stupid. I love it because he is powerful. He could take you on.
Moose, what do you
I
think
love
about Man of Steel?
Dude, and it is David S.
Given
Goyer
life, what do you think about Man of Steel?
wrote this script for this movie, which is the brilliance of how they stop the ship and you think the movie's over, and then there's Zod, and he goes, "This is what's left of Krypton. I was born to protect Krypton. Every decision I make, no matter how brutal or how violent, is in the service of Krypton.
Yeah.
And now I have no people."
So let me ask you this.
And
this is a big what?
Yeah, no, and that fight where he's like, "You've taken everything from me, and now I'm going to take these people from
Yeah,
you." Yeah,
this is your
and
home.
and he's like, "You're a monster, Zod. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop you."
Wait, you took my home. I'm taking your home.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, these humans you've adopted, I'll take them all from you. It's so good. The ending
saw it.
fight
Okay.
is so freaking good, and that at the end that he has to do the one thing he doesn't want to
So
do.
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Christopher Reeve's Superman is classic Superman.
Classic,
He
but
grew
he's-
up on
but-
Christopher Reeves. But so check
Dude,
this
the
out.
new Superman is.
So yes, it's cool, and the fighting is great because
Dude,
we finally get to see
the flying. He's
unlike
breaking
the
sound
Christopher Reeves
barrier.
one
Yeah.
when he's fighting Zod
Silliness.
and it's sort of just silly, where we get to see just
Yeah.
full on
throwing cars at each other and all that.
punching
Dude.
each other through 30 buildings.
Yeah, breaking the sound barrier when they hit
yeah.
each other and stuff.
Flying
Just
and
so
just
fun.
and how Zod, because he's a trained general.
Yeah.
It took him like seconds
To
to
harness,
be
yeah,
like, okay,
his
hold on.
senses.
Lot of senses coming in, sensory overload.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down there.
He exploited a temporary weakness. That's it. Yeah, to him, no, we're done. We're doing this.
So,
Deploy
but
the
what do you
world
think?
engine.
The big controversy of this movie is
Yeah.
Superman would never kill.
No, that's the thing. So in this moment,
Zod
and
puts him in
It
that
makes me like it more. That in this moment, you have this guy that all he wants to do is the right thing. This is the last remaining Kryptonian.
That's his boy. That's
that
his
he's
brother.
holding him.
That's
Right.
his
Yeah.
brother.
All of the Kryptonians are in his cells.
Yeah.
And this guy is the only other Kryptonian left.
And dude, he could be like, "What was my dad like?"
Right, like,
dude,
this is
he
it.
could talk
This
to
is
him.
only
like,
linked to
tell
his
me
heritage.
about Krypton, man.
Yeah.
Like if there's nothing Superman wants more than for Zod to be like, "What's up, big?
Right.
Let's chill.
Like,
let's
let's figure
talk
this
it
out."
out. What we got? Yeah.
they're not interested in
Dude, you
sharing
would have
the world.
loved Krypton, my boy. What
Yeah.
if we made Antarctica like a little Krypton? Like they work something out, you know?
Yeah.
What if we just took
No.
this part of the world and that's
It
what
wasn't going to happen. He was he was too idealistic.
Yeah.
And
Period.
so was
Period.
Superman. And so when it came down to it, and it was between the humans or the Kryptonians, like he said or says earlier in the movie,
Yeah.
Krypton had its chance. And so he's going to kill these humans, and you see him, and he doesn't want to do it. And he keeps telling him to stop. He's
Please
almost
stop.
crying.
He is,
saying,
basically, yeah.
"Stop, please," because he knows that what he has to do, and that's why I love
And
that
Zod's
Lois
testing
is,
him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zod's saying, "You
He's
won't,
like, "You won't
bitch."
pull the trigger."
Yep.
And so he's about to kill these innocent people with his laser vision, and that's when Lois runs in and sees him just. And the
And
shockwave.
it's even a shockwave. He's
Yeah.
that fucking strong.
And then
'cause
he
he'd have to be.
screamed and starts crying because he hates that he had to do that. That makes it even better than him not. He had to do it, but
So-
it's also the end of that.
So
story.
you liked that he
Yes,
broke his neck.
because it's the end of that story.
And
It's
it
the
did,
end of Krypton.
it did crush him. But let me ask you this: so,
Oh, it's painful.
whose ideology was right?
Yeah.
and whose ideology did Superman follow?
Krypton. They brought on their
Which
own
father?
destruction.
Which father?
His dad from Kansas, and that's ultimately what he chooses is the humans. He wants to be the symbol of hope. He wants to be.
Well, no, that's what the
No, but that's what they also. That's what the.
That's what the
I'm
Krypton
not- I
dads
don't think
say.
of the two dads as being pitted against each other.
they
it was the
absolutely
combination.
no,
No, I don't
that's
think so.
well, that's where I'm getting.
Yeah.
is the beauty is he chose a little of both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
because they were absolutely conflicting ideologies. He's like, "Oh, what am I just gonna let them die?" He's like, "Maybe yeah, you should have."
I like that though. That's good.
You need that,
Yeah.
of course. But what's his name? Kurt Russell, Jor-El,
Yeah.
would never be like, well, "Yeah, you let them die."
But you
that
show
makes
them a
sense."
better way. Yeah, they are different, but it's the idea that he has
He
to let
needed
Krypton
both
die
fathers.
entirely to be
That Zod thing is
Superman.
the perfect example of that. He needed both of those ideologies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man!
But
because
but
if
that's
he
what
just
that
stuck with his
represented
dads,
to me is
then he wouldn't have killed Zod.
this is the end of Krypton.
You know, and if he just stuck with the other dad, you have to wipe him out. There is no choice.
Yeah.
You know, like it's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we saying here? What are we saying?
Dude, I told
You're
you what
making
I
an
think.
argument for
dude,
for outstanding or for masterpiece?
no, for a masterpiece. Make a better Superman movie. That's what I'm going to say. Superman is the greatest superhero in history. I'm not saying he's my favorite. I'm saying he's the greatest. He's the beginning of superheroes.
Sure.
Go and make a Superman movie better than that movie, and I will take it from masterpiece to outstanding. But it is not. You can't make a better Superman movie than that. It's my favorite writer. It's my favorite director. One of them, at least. And the story, you couldn't have grounded a guy that can fly and shoot lasers out of his eyes more than you did in this movie. It is so grounded in reality. A good death is its own reward. There's just so many of these
It's
moments.
not one of those movies though for me that it's like Watchmen, where I'm like, oh, I forgot how good this movie is. It's not one of those like, oh, every scene is like, I can't turn it off.
To me, it is. To me, it is.
How about
The Watchmen.
It's you can agree it's not Watchmen.
No,
status,
I'm saying the opposite. So the Watchmen to me is a marathon, and I'm not always ready for a marathon.
but Superman's a race.
Superman is just paced perfectly. I can just enjoy it. I can just enjoy it. To me, that's so important. That's why I'm able to like.
I know that's
movies
big for you.
aren't like the greatest, award-winning films.
Why you could like movies like The Suicide Squad.
Exactly, because I can just
Suicide
enjoy
Squad.
it.
The Suicide Squad.
But go make a better Superman movie. Write a better Superman
This
script.
Suicide Squad is perfect.
That was a great one. Yeah, that's the best.
God, what a good
what a
movie.
film. But we gotta rank it. We're out of time.
Yeah, I know, brother.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's not as good as Watchmen. It's right there with 300 maybe. I'd say not even, but
It's better than 300
outstanding
for me.
I'd say outstanding.
Yeah, like I said, I'm masterpiece on it. It's better than 300 for me, and Watchmen's not as much of an important movie for me as it is for you. Just like this is more important to me than it is to you. I knew we'd argue on this one because I really believe watching it more than you have to watch it several times. It just gets better every time. And it sets up for some amazing follow-up film.
All right, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Oops. What did I do? Oh, did I fucking ruin this?
I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It has its own little category until we find out. But where is this?
Yeah,
where is
so you
this?
switch it with Watchmen because you think Watchmen's at the top. See, for me, Man of Steel is just as good.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So now,
Yep.
okay, that works. What did our boy say?
Dean Cain, Superman, Lois and Clark. Yeah, fun.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. I used
Oh,
to love
he
that
has to
show.
be in his 30s.
I used to love that freaking show, man.
30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Did you ever see that picture of Ronnie the limo driver? He put his face on Dean Cain's body and used it in promos for
Like he
events.
did it to try to pretend it was like actually him.
He swears he didn't do it, that he didn't even realize someone did it.
Yeah.
But the promoter did it, and he didn't know that it wasn't his body. But it's this muscular
Ronnie
younger
the
man.
limo driver didn't realize.
Dude, the shit they give him for it is so great. They ask him, like, come on, Ronnie. Like, just admit. And he fights to the death. Like, I didn't notice. I never looked at my own poster. I didn't care. Like,
Bullshit.
You didn't look at
Bullshit.
You didn't notice that. He goes, I own the same shirt. So to me, he's like, oh, you have the same shirt. So you have muscles like Dean Cain. Because it's like, it's just so stupid.
Well, it's Ronnie the
It's like
limo
a
driver.
young man's arm.
Yeah. Well, it's
With
Ronnie
his
the
chest
limo
and stuff.
driver, old fucking face
on Dean Cain's
on
body.
Dean Cain's.
So it
on
became
90s Dean Cain's
It turned
body.
into one of the best ongoing
That's
bits
the
on the
funniest
Howard
thing
Stern
I've
show
ever
ever.
heard. That's
Yeah.
the funniest thing I've ever heard. Okay, so next, that's great. Thank you for that aside.
How'd you not know
Okay,
this?
so next we have Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Can I tell you what? For me, It's actually, yeah, okay.
No, it's better than Sucker Punch. It's not as good as 300.
Better than Sucker Punch?
Not the theatrical cut. The director's cut, where you get the full storyline, is a good movie.
More storyline, yeah.
Yeah.
You get some storyline.
I like it. It's a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
Yes, it is.
There's good parts. There's
the
good
whole
parts, excuse me.
movie. If you watch, you had the unfortunate. You're in
Of
the
seeing it in
unfortunate
theaters.
circumstance of. I've never seen the theatrical cut. I've only seen.
You
director's
don't
cut.
realize that there's
Exactly.
that chick there
was just random
that black woman.
scenes
Her
showing up.
entire storyline is cut.
Yeah. So yeah.
You don't realize 90% of Lois's
So
stuff
then
is cut.
everything in the Capitol building makes no sense.
No.
The whole thing would
Jared,
make no
it's
sense.
the most confusing watch.
Yeah, the whole movie would make no sense.
Like literally, it goes from I'm not gonna have it rain and call it Grandma's piss tea or whatever
right.
to her in the thing turning the jar. You're like,
Oh wow,
dude, what is happening?
No. There's a director's
And
cut.
then the guy in the wheelchair blows up. You're like, who the
that
fuck
counts.
was that?
So there you go.
Like you have no idea what's going on.
You miss too much story. So
You
it
missed
sucks
the whole
that
story.
You didn't get to see it like I did. I've only seen the director's cut. It is a good movie.
I saw the director's
Nobody
cut
can
too,
stay
though.
good in this world. Now God
I
bends to my will when he's throwing the pictures. Every boy's favorite woman.
I thought
his
Joker.
mother.
I thought Joker was all right,
Okay.
and you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. No, he was, dude.
That was not Lex
I
Luthor.
liked him as Lex Luthor.
Him at the
dude.
end of Justice League, where he's like, "How about we start a league of our own?" Which is the dumbest thing to say.
Yeah, but that doesn't. None
you
of that
want Gina
counts
Davis?
because
What do
we
you
know
think?
the Snyder Cut exists.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
that I'm saying let that count because that's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I liked him.
Him is
I
that.
liked-
Him is the.
I thought he
bald
pulled it
guy?
off. I thought he pulled it off.
Okay, so what are we saying with this fucking movie?
It's better than Sucker Punch. It's not as good as 300. It's not.
Okay, well,
it's
there's
not
nothing in
the
between.
It's not the freaking.
It's
Yeah,
not Owls.
They have.
Owls might be the great Guardians.
There
of
has
the,
to be a way to put more than
whatever
one in the
labias.
category, dude.
Might be the greatest movie ever, but we've never seen it. Nazquil, I forget what it's
Yeah.
called. Okay, so where
I don't know why they can't. Two movies can't be great, or two movies can't be outstanding. Why are we?
They
putting
can.
This?
They can.
So this movie is outstanding or great. I would.
I'll give it.
Yeah,
I'll give it.
it. Even though it's better than Sucker Punch, I can't say it's as good as 300. So there you go. In it, if you're talking comic book films, it's a different conversation. But here we go. This is fine with me.
Okay,
Yeah,
so nitty gritty, the Snyder Cut.
yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
So it's so good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Why would you do anything to that movie? Why would you take anything out? Why would you change a damn word every moment from the intro?
No, dude. Talk about the craziest, maybe the craziest thing to happen in motion pictures
This
history.
is unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
Is to change a scene where it shows the ramifications of Superman's death.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire world.
And
change
he's
that
screaming.
to oh, it stands for hope.
Yeah, that
Hi,
makes
kids.
no sense.
It stands for hope.
Yeah. The fake, so what they did is replaced that opening scene with a scene where they had to CG the mustache out because he was working on another film, just so
He was
the
working
two
on
kids could
Mission
walk up to
Impossible
him with a
Fallout.
phone and say, "What does the S on your chest stand for?"
Oh,
which,
this-
which he explained in 7
We already
movies
know.
already. Yeah.
We already know.
We don't need it again. But they took out the intro of him dying and the bell being rung, letting Darkseid know that now the Kryptonian's gone.
Kryptonian's dead.
We
Let's
can
invade.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's time. Earth's
Dude,
ready.
it's so sick. You see
Yeah.
Themyscira. You see everywhere the ramifications of the
Yeah. And the
him
last
screaming.
movie ends with the line, "The bell has been rung,"
And-
now we get to see the bell being rung. It's so great.
And then, so you take away that, insane. Then you take away two of the best scenes. First of all, Black Suit Superman is crazy.
Why would you take out the black suit? That's so stupid.
the best part.
The idea of him walking through and picking it is even so
Realizing like this is fitting for this
exactly.
moment. Of
This
course.
is not. I'm not this anymore.
Nope.
I'm something else.
I've changed.
Yeah.
And that's why in the original comic, Death of Superman, when he comes back
Yeah.
as the Black Suit Superman, it's fitting. It makes
It's
sense.
so cool.
He isn't that guy anymore. Anyway,
Dude, his
and then-
return though, he shows it right in front of Steppenwolf, right as he's about to axe. What's his name? Yeah, that just stops on his shoulder like nothing.
So
and he's
bad.
like, he's like, what does he say? He's like, he's like, I heard you were like tough. He's like, so far not impressed or something like
something
that.
just like
and
that.
just smashes it and then
uses
floats.
two hands.
above him to look down on, and then that's it. It's like so cool.
dope.
Beating him
you see,
so senseless.
And again, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
In the first one, he's the PS2 version of
yeah, why did they
villain.
change how he looked?
Dude, how
Why don't
dope
we
is
get
he in the
backstory?
Snyder cut,
Yeah.
bro?
Why did they leave out all the gods?
Oh, they leave
fighting?
out the old gods
Yeah.
and the lanterns
We got to
fighting
see the-
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
They cut out the coolest backstory ever. You get to see Zeus fighting with the
It's insane.
with Themyscira,
With Ares.
and Ares is
from
there.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
and the lanterns.
It's
are there.
insane.
And then it gives context to the scene later where Steppenwolf's like, "There's no lanterns and no Kryptonians
Yeah.
here. We're ready to go
'Cause we're like,
let's
what
rock
are
and
you
roll,
talking
baby."
Oh, that's how he knows who they
Yeah,
are.
because they've had to deal with this crap before.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the crazy. Like just Joss Whedon was like, in this movie we'll have them say, "Doth mother knoweth you weareth her drapes."
Yeah.
That's not this film.
Yeah,
that's
no.
not what this is.
That sucks.
That's not this jokey.
No, it was
brunch.
perfect.
What's brunch? What is it? What even is brunch? Am I right, guys?
No, it was
What the fuck you
perfect,
talking
dude.
about?
The movie was perfect.
Or Aquaman sitting on the lasso of truth. Yeah, you do have a great body, though. What is happening? This isn't a movie I want to watch. No, add all that, and you know what you should remove? Remove the scene where Barry saves the universe, where he turns back time.
You see Superman vaporized. Everybody loses. They lose. It's over.
Cyborg is there. He's like, no.
No, it's too late. And then
And it is too late. The
Superman's
heroes have
bones.
lost.
Yeah, it's over. And then
Superman, who's stronger than anything we've ever seen, evaporated
bones,
instantly.
Yeah, but then you see just stop time. And it's like,
And he has this giant cut.
Yeah.
And so he's telling himself heal, so it starts
couldn't
healing
do it,
slowly.
yeah.
And I remember the line word for word because
he's
it's
moving
so
fast
good.
enough to where he starts to heal faster.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
he's literally
He's
moving so
frozen
fast
time.
that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
So he's moving the speed of light right now.
Yeah.
And then
And he said,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
He said, he freezes time and he says, you got to go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You
Yeah.
got to break your rule, Barry, and you got to do it now.
That's the coolest. And when he runs, the ground, everything reverses as he's
And then he's
running.
talking like to his
Time's
father.
going backwards.
Yeah.
That is the best
Dude,
part,
oh
is
my
the heart
God.
of that scene.
Oh my God.
Where he says,
best of the best,
as he's
yeah.
hearing his dad say that,
Make
he
your
says
own
to
past.
himself, yeah,
Make your own future.
it's
Yeah.
all happening
One of the
right
be- yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
Is your past and your future. It's all what you do now is going to become your
Yeah,
past
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
write your future.
Yeah.
It's all happening now. So
past,
in this moment,
future.
he's doing exactly what his dad's telling him.
And then you see Superman start forming
Coming
back.
back, yeah.
Cyborg start forming back.
oh, dude, taking that out of the movie
Is insane.
that's the best ending to a
And
superhero film.
I know.
They would have
Taking that out.
beaten Marvel films.
Oh, Civil War. Yeah.
They would have knocked them
Taking
out of
that
the park.
out and adding Dostoevsky. You should be burned in the depths of hell, Joss Whedon. Do you understand?
He did ruin the film. Did he do it on purpose? What
No,
what happened?
yeah,
to-
right?
What-
He's like-
no, why would you take
Kevin
out?
Feige paid him. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, there you
No, I really just believe that it's the studio got so involved. They were so scared that because of the reception they got from Batman v Superman.
Okay,
like it's too dark. We got to
hold
make
on.
it just like Civil War.
This is silly. Hold on. You're an executive of a movie studio.
Yeah.
And you see Barry stop time. You're crying as he's
You're
running.
crying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so heartfelt.
Yeah.
You're repeating the words along with him because it's so important.
It's
that you know
like
every word.
Deadpool. It's like Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. This is what it feels like. It's that moment, dude. It's the Logan moment.
Yeah.
And he's running, and you see time, and you see Superman come back, and they save the day. You see that as an executive, and you go,
Nah,
not my
Dostoevsky.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
No.
Can we add a Russian family?
There's no way
in
anybody
there?
was okay with removing
And instead of saying Dostovodonia, can he say Dostoevsky?
that. No.
Fuck you,
It's just embarrassing.
piece of
So
human trash.
nobody watched that and said, take it out. There's no way. That can't be true.
And nobody saw Steppenwolf and said, "Can we take off that dope armor and give
Yeah.
him like horns here, and just make him the worst thing
when they
ever?"
send him his head back through to Darkseid,
So dope.
That's the coolest.
Oh, how about we
combo.
see Darkseid
Yeah.
in this cut?
We didn't
what?
See him. We didn't see him in the other one.
Crazy.
You don't see the army. You don't see that cool like his generals and the whole
Yep.
thing.
Yep. It's insane.
So Steppenwolf's the big bad? No.
And we
There's
know nothing
someone
of him.
behind the scenes. And then we get the setup to Injustice at the end of this.
Oh my
film.
God, you're right. That's the huge thing that they left.
Yeah.
So Jared, he even said he said, Zack Snyder, he's like, oh, I already have Justice League 2 and 3.
Yeah.
We're almost
Written.
done. He's like, I have
I'm saying I'm dying.
Oh yeah,
because of what. Yeah.
Justice 2 and 3 written out. I have it. So here's what's gonna happen. In the second one, Darkseid is gonna convince Superman, and he's gonna be a bad guy. And then those premonitions that he had, Barry's gonna go back in time and tell him we gotta save Lois.
Yeah.
And then that's the third movie is where they go back in time. It's a time heist. They were doing Avengers Infinity War and Endgame before Avengers Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, and they screwed.
And they
it
said,
up.
let's totally switch it up. We'll keep the Flash movie, but not make it Flashpoint for some reason.
Wait, what's the best comic book story of all time? Injustice? Oh, take that off the slate. We don't want to make that.
No. Let's
I
do
don't
Blue
understand.
Beetle.
I don't get it. Yeah.
You ready for Blue Beetle?
Yeah, there should be a Deadpool scene where he moves the watch back and goes and
Yeah, hell yeah.
everybody that was involved in destroying these projects.
He shoots Joss Whedon in the head and then brings Zack Snyder back.
Well, yeah.
So, okay.
Perfection.
So here's what we got.
When I saw that cut of this movie, I was so, and it's 5 hours long.
Yeah.
I'll
take another 2.
Yeah, I was so happy, and then I was so sad.
Did you watch it in one sitting?
Yeah, of course.
As did I. Yeah.
No fucking
No
thing,
breaks.
dude.
Nope.
Because it's so good, you can't stop watching it. And when you're done with it, you're like, yes. But then you realize,
No. We're not going to get to
Yeah.
see Deathstroke and Mira
never.
and Joker
None of
and
it.
Batman and Flash team up.
Henry Cavill's already not Superman anymore by the time this comes out. You're thinking to yourself, wait, what did I just do to myself?
And how could Black Adam fit into this? And all?
Yeah.
There's
What
so many
did I
possibilities.
just
And
do?
oh wait, no, there's no possibilities.
I just set
I
myself
teased myself up. Yeah, I teased myself.
be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's crazy.
And never in film history has the original director
Unprecedented.
come back, redid the film that was already released, and said, "Hey, this is how I was going to make it," and it be so good. Never has that even happened.
You know what? Oddly enough, that has happened once before that I can think of.
That's crazy.
For Superman.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was Superman 2. The director,
The old Supermans.
the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Okay.
So there's the Dick
They
Donner
released
cut,
it,
Richard Donner.
and then they released another cut of the second.
So Richard Donner filmed some of it,
Okay.
and then Richard, someone else, another guy named Richard, came in, filmed.
Attenborough.
No,
Yeah, didn't he do Superman?
no,
Oh, I thought he did.
no. It's he filmed the rest, and then Richard Donner came back and did the Donner cut. So actually, it's the same studio. It's like sort of it is precedented.
But I've
Superman.
never heard of that. I never seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was 2 cuts of Superman 2. That's
I believe it's Superman 2. Was it 2? Yeah, it was 2.
2 is the one where he like spins
bad
the
guy
world
Superman.
backwards.
Yeah. Oh, that's 3. Bad guy Superman, where he fights himself.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
the spinning the world
Yeah,
backwards.
silly. Yeah, I believe that's it. No, that's the first
We're
one.
all
isn't it?
like,
I don't care.
when Barry runs the world backwards, it's the best. Superman.
so dumb,
idiot.
bro. What an idiot. Turning back time, bro. Yeah. So for perfect, we have Watchmen, and despite the graphic, the Justice League.
Yeah.
And then
Snyder cut.
For Man of Steel,
Yep.
we have Man of Steel.
Yep.
Because it's a category of its own.
Yep. We
It's
love
not.
Man of Steel.
It's not perfect.
You're my Man of Steel forever.
Yeah.
Whoever this new
No.
guy is, I'm not even interested.
I don't even know his name.
I'm gonna watch it. Right. I'll
Cut to
probably
us in
love
a
it.
year.
Yeah.
Dude,
Best
there is
Superman.
no other Superman. Yeah. Outstanding 300.
Yeah.
And it's outstanding.
It is.
Great, Sucker Punch, and Batman v Superman. There's moments of greatness, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a romp for
Yeah.
what it is.
I'm not looking for it. If it's Halloween and it's
Spirit.
on, let's do
Ridley
it.
Scott did Blade Runner a couple times. Yes, they did many cuts of Blade Runner.
Yeah, I remember
You know
that
what's
being a
funny,
thing.
real quick, and welcome to the chat, Spirit.
Yeah.
But you know what's super funny, real quick, is one of the cuts they said they wanted Harrison Ford to do voiceover, and he's like, I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So what he did is he did it as poorly as he could. I needed to get to the car, yeah, so that they wouldn't use it. But they used it for one cut, but then they're like, yeah, let's take this
Is
out.
he that guy?
He's
could
that
see
guy.
that.
Harrison Ford
I
is
could
totally that
yeah.
guy. They're like, he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And they're like, well, couldn't you just do it? He's like,
Didn't he like blow up the whole Indiana Jones thing? Because he's like, if you CG the whip, I'm out. And then so they remember that was a thing. Yeah, there was almost no Indiana Jones Crystal Skull because they wanted to do full CG on the whip. And he's like, no, I want a real whip in some of the scenes.
I remember that. Yeah.
And he was going to blow up the whole thing. He said, I'm not, I just
And
won't
he
do
could,
it.
and he could.
Yeah, he could do it. He's like, no, I just won't do it then. And so they're like, fine, whatever you want. Harrison
Whatever you
Ford.
want, we love you. Here's Harrison
Han
Ford.
Solo.
Yeah.
Here's your whip.
Yeah. So perfect. Watchmen and Snyder Cut. Then Man of Steel, an outstanding 300. Great is Sucker Punch and Batman v Superman. Okay is Dawn of the Dead, and then Owls, Owls. Because
I'm okay with that.
We've never seen it, and we don't care to.
Welcome to the chat, warning
Spirit,
signs.
yeah, warning signs. I think it's almost.
Oh my gosh!
But good times, great oldies.
Great
So that was
movies,
good. Great movies, man.
So we learned a lot today.
What did we learn?
Yeah, just going back to the Tesla stuff. I'm going to say one more time, thank you, Tesla, for everything that we are enjoying in this room right now because
And
you invented it.
Thank you guys for liking and subscribing.
That always helps. Thank you to everybody in the chat for
Hell
using
yeah.
the Tesla technology that you have in your house to be with us today live. And if you're not here live, please comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think. You want to hear more about this kind of topic, please let us know. We want to hear from you always, but you guys are always so great, the live audience. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
He ain't lying. So, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. On the dot from now on, just for you, GL, on the penny. So, we love you guys. Is there shit on my shirt? We love you guys. We mean it. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Go check out our highlights and stuff and give it a big thumbs up and all that cool business. And we have a fun episode planned for next week. So we hope you guys love it. We'll see you soon next week on that flippity flop. And that's it. We love you guys. Later, skaters! Like and subscribe!